Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Got started a little late. Man, whew, what a day. Okay, so wow. Okay, sorry guys. It's been a while since I've done one of these. So wanted to wanted to welcome everybody. Thank you for all for coming. Wow, there's actually a few people in here. Okay, so who's? Let's just say hi to a few people. So Jason, hey, how's it going, Jason? Good to see you, Steve. Always great to see you, Steve. Thanks for dropping by. Mark Dante. Good to see you, brother. I know that you said you were going to try and make it. Thank you so much for coming. Hiro, 2099, man. Thanks for coming, Hiro. Who else here? Blue's there. Great to see you. Yeah, we're gonna be talking about whatever whatever you guys want to talk about. If you want to talk about Barba Papa, we'll talk about Barba Papa. That's absolutely it. Um, hey, how's it going, guys? Neo Celestia, hi, Neo Celestia. How are you? I've read your post. This is a great way for us to reconnect. Thanks for dropping by. I'll do my best to answer everyone's questions, but I'm really glad everyone has taken some time to come and hang out with me today. It's we're all stuck at home, and yeah, this has been tough on a lot of us. I think a lot of us have really had some time to think about different things, right? I mean, like seriously, it's I don't know how it is. Like, so we're in Canada. I'm in Canada, sorry, and yeah, we're pretty much stuck. Like our prime minister has pretty much told us you can't leave your house. You can only go out for emergencies or to grab groceries or to go see the doctor or something like that. So yeah, it's been a very interesting time right now. Very difficult situation, but I think things like this help us to pass the time and to really reconnect, and I really want to do that with you guys. It's been a while since I've done one of these live streams, so I really wanted to see how you guys were doing, how things are, and really thank you guys for supporting and liking the channel. It's because of you guys that I keep doing this stuff. So let me say hi to the rest of the people who are here. uh, I think actually I said hi to everybody. Actually, Steve, hey, that's great. We can walk our dogs too. We can still walk. We just have to keep 2 meters apart from each other. Yeah, it's really crazy these days. I think that all of us are trying our best to do little things, and just keep busy. Speaking of which, I've been trying to just catch up on old work, things that I've been trying to that I've wanted to do for a while, but never actually had a chance to do them. I've been catching up on trying to do some more videos, which of course is something I really love doing. It's something I enjoy doing. I got some great videos on the way, so I hope you guys are really going to enjoy that. Um, there have been a lot of developments happening here in Canada in terms of like what's been happening outside, and I've been checking up on people who are not as accessible to different things. Like my dad, for example, he's very vulnerable in this climate. So I try to check up on him at least once a week, usually on the weekends. So I actually finished visiting with him now. He's fine, and it's great to see him in good spirits and everything like that. Just trying to reach out to other people. Like some people I haven't seen in a while. A group of kids that I know who have helped me out with different events and stuff. I try to reach out to them as much as possible. Yeah, it's been pretty crazy. I'm pretty sure each of you have probably experienced your own things. So today I wanted to find out and reach out to everybody here, on the Mega J Retro community and see how you guys are doing. How is everybody out there? Because I really want to make sure that all you guys are okay and that your loved ones are doing well, and that everybody here is coping. Uh, being pretty much trapped in our own homes. I mean, like it's tough. I don't know how it is in other parts of the world. I know that some parts of the United States, depending on your state, you have been asked to stay indoors and stuff like that. So yeah, how I'm gonna put it to you guys. Like you've heard a little bit about what I'm doing. So what about you guys? What are you guys up to? So let's see here. Oh my gosh, DFH Studios is here, everybody. Let me say that if you haven't checked out DFH Studios, please go check them out. Del Morgado, who is he was a stand-up comedian at one time in his life, and you know what? He does some really fun adult themed stuff. So if you're into a more of an adult comedy, I think you should go check him out. And you know what? I have to really thank Del for being here today because I know he had a late shift last night, and he must be exhausted. So Del, thank you very much for being here. So let's go back to a few of these things. So Grand Desert 12, hey, great to see you, buddy. Yeah, man, awesome name by the way. Never get tired of the name. All right, I want my Mega JTV, not MTV. Are you talking about Trump yet? Oh my God. All right, let's leave politics. Politics we're going to leave out of this, okay? I want to talk about good memories. I want to see how everybody's doing. I want to see what everybody's doing in their lives. How you guys coping. Let's leave politics out of it, okay? DFH Studio says, glad to see you live. You're a natural at this. I wish. I stumble all over myself. You can ask some of the people in the chat. This is like it's been crazy. All right, so here we go. Jason, I've been playing Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. Oh man. Okay, so that's always fun. I grew up loving Nintendo, much like most of the kids our age, and I never really got into Smash Brothers. Unfortunately, it was a little bit beyond my time. The N64, I think, had the very first version of it, and I was sort of enthralled a little bit with the characters, but I was very much a Street Fighter guy. You know what I mean? I Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, um, Soul Calibur, Soul Edge, things like that. I was really into those types of fighters. So Super Smash Brothers. I remember being at an anime club one time, and they had a whole bunch of different games going on, and yeah, the melee combat was just insane. I tried it one time, didn't really do too well. I think uh, just the idea of maintaining your I think percentages. It was a very different type of fighter for me. I didn't really understand it, but great stuff, Jay. Keep it going. Who's your favorite character, Jay? Let me know. DFH Studios says thank you for the support, brother. You're doing fine. You don't need my support, but you're welcome. You deserve it. All the best to you, brother. Let's get on our. You know what? I'm gonna spoil it right now. One of my next videos is gonna be GI Joe, and if you haven't seen it yet, you guys have to go see DFH Studios trailer for GI Joe. It was amazing. It was done a few years ago, but it still holds up today. A lot of my good friends are on there, including Del Morgado. So you guys got to check out that trailer. It's a lot of fun. You're not gonna regret it. You should also check out his Jason trailer, which hit over 1 million views at one time in its life. Really great stuff. Okay, Steve. Steven says, it's difficult. I'm connecting more with my friends, though, through Facebook and other states. That's great, Steve. Steve has been a long supporter of this channel. He does a lot of, I believe, if he doesn't mind me saying it, he does a lot of martial arts and is very involved in different martial arts schools. So love his stuff. I received a great Christmas card from Steve earlier this last year, and it really helped to pick up my spirits when I was a little bit down. So thank you, Steve. It's great that you're connecting with your friends. That's amazing. Um, Martin, hey Martin, how's it going? Great to see you, Martin. Martin says that he discovered a new anime streaming app called Retro Crush for classic anime. I saw that channel, and one of the great things about Retro Crush that I find is that he's bringing up obscure anime from the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and a lot of things that I used to love and still love today. And I do really love the fact that he's able to stream that on YouTube and stuff. I'm not sure if I'm going to spend a lot of time looking at a lot of the Retro Crush stuff, but I did actually discover a new anime through his YouTube channel, so I was really happy about that. Great stuff. DFH. So Del, again, you're awesome. You don't need my help, but you know what? I'll always be here to support you, Del. Everybody, check out DFH Studios. Okay. Hamlet Strategy 89. Hey, how's it going, Hamlet? Good to see you. Hamlet, sorry, Hamlet Strategy 89. My apologies. But hey, Hamlet, great to see you. Fellow Wilco shopper. Okay, for anybody who is from Canada or the UK, we used to have a store here called Wilco, and Del Morgado's probably going to recognize it. A lot of people. Does anybody remember Simpsons? I think some of you got not the show, the department store. I think some Americans will know what Simpsons is. Yeah, we had like Simpsons. We had Bargain Heralds. We had Wilco. We had Byway. We had so many great stores, and unfortunately they've gone by the wayside. But Wilco was always a fun memory for me. Thank you for bringing that up, Hamlet. Uh, yeah, the one I used to go to was on a street called it was in a subdivision called Agent Court. Um, there's also an Agent Court in the UK. I just found that out. So yeah, lots of great memories there. I picked up my first He-Man figure. My mom picked it up for me. If you can actually, I think you can see Battle Cat right there. That's my reissue Battle Cat because my other Battle Cat was destroyed. For anybody who saw the video. So yeah, Wilco has so many different memories for me. I love Wilco. They were actually, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but I believe they were purchased by Walmart. So Wilco, Walmart, there's that association. So yeah, that is so awesome. Thanks, Hamlet, for bringing that back up. Steve says, I miss Streets of Rage with the Super NES. Streets of Rage, Super NES. I think you might be a little backwards there, Steve. I believe Streets of Rage is with Sega Genesis, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody check on that. I think I might be wrong. I'm not too sure. But I believe that there's a new Streets of Rage 4, I believe is coming out for the Xbox Arcade, I think, and PlayStation Store. So yeah, I mean, Streets of Rage is definitely coming back. Somebody say something. I'm not sure if Streets of Rage was on. I'm pretty sure it was on the Genesis, but could be anything really. Okay, Hamlet says I can see the Star Avengers behind you in the cabinet. Okay, yeah, of course you can. So, just reminding everybody, this is Getter Dragon or Star Dragon. This is Getter Poseidon or Star Poseidon, and that's Getter Arrow or Getter Liger in the Japanese version. I also have the Great Manzinger here, and back here where I don't think you can see him is Tranzor Z or Mazinger Z. So Majinga in Japanese. So yeah, lots of great stuff. Yeah, man, those are just classics. I love that. So thanks for thanks for putting that up. All right, where are we? Let's see here. Sorry, there's so many. Wow, a lot of people chatting right now. All right, Jason, I would like to play the King of Fighters. So yes, dude. Okay, which one though? Because the newest one is coming out. I think they had another one earlier in the year. I love King of Fighters. As a matter of fact, if I can remember, let's see if I got it here. We still have it. I used to have it. Yeah, see? There it is. King of Fighters 95 on the Sega Saturn. Guys, this was an amazing game. You need the cartridge to play it, but this was one of my all-time favorite games. When I first started collecting video games on a regular, that was one of my all-time favorite games. And of course, Street Fighter, definitely one of my all-time favorites. Great stuff. Okay, Hiro 2099. Which anime are you watching at the moment? That's a good question. Actually, to be honest with you, I was able to start watching a really old anime which I loved as when I first discovered it. If you guys have heard it, it's called 5 Star Stories. Great anime. I really loved it when it was first released as a movie. I rediscovered it because I saw a trailer on YouTube, and I just had to go watch it again. And you know what? It holds up today. Beautiful animation, wonderful designs. If anyone is going to cosplay something in terms of like that, I would be blown away. I would love to see a 5 Star Stories cosplay, because a lot of the styles are just so outrageous, and very Victorian, but at the same time very unique in their own different design styles. So I do believe that I can't remember who actually wrote 5 Star Stories, but I think he also did. It wasn't Elgheim. He did a whole bunch of different animes, but yeah, great stuff. I love 5 Star Stories. So I've been watching that. Um, the last I've been watching Boku no Hero Academia. Um, so that's always a really great one. I'm at the point where I've caught up on Crunchyroll, so it's just it just I just have to keep waiting for the next episode, basically. So yeah, and you know what, you know me, I just keep watching more and more anime as much as I can. Uh, Hamlet, interesting. Yeah, the Simpsons, all those other department stores, just amazing. Steve, yeah, you're welcome, Steve. You've been a great supporter. I love mentioning you. You've always been there for me. Thank you for supporting the channel. Always great. Simpsons, Scarborough Town Center, Staple. All right, now I know where you are, Hamlet. You pretty much told me more geographically where you are. Was Simpsons in Scarborough Town? I think you're right. I think you're right. It was in Scarborough Town Center. Yeah, but I think it was also in. I think it was also in. No, I think you're right. I think it was just there was a fountain in front of it. Yeah, I believe you're right. I believe it was. All right. All right. MediaX Limited says not to forget towers. Wow. Holy crap, towers. Shit, I forgot about towers. My apologies. I didn't mean to swear. Yeah, towers. Oh my god. That's true. Towers, there's a funny story. I remember I used to go to Towers over at Lawrence and Midland. Again, giving myself my geographic location when I was a kid. Lawrence and Midland, I used to go to Towers. And one of the things I always remember seeing there, and it wasn't in the toy department. It was actually in the customer service area, because my mom used to return a lot of stuff, and I always used to see a Soundwave up on the top shelf of the Towers department store for the help department, and I was always like, "Oh my god, I want that Soundwave." Soundwave was always this one toy I could never get, and I really wanted to pick it up. I was so much looking forward to getting that. Never actually got it. Funnily enough, I ended up giving that for a birthday present to one of my friends, Jeremy, in grade 4. Oh man, the fact that I can remember these things, holy cow. All right. Martin says Simpsons Store was used for the Today's Special intro. Is that right? Today's Special? Oh my gosh! Now there's a great show, man. Today's Special with Jeff and the mouse and Sam. Yeah. What was the girl's name? Jody? I think it was Jody. Am I right? Was it Jeff, Jody, Sam, and now I can't remember the mouse's name. But anyway, I think those were the 4 characters plus the mouse. Yeah, great stuff. Thanks for letting us know, Martin. You're a fountain of knowledge. Okay. Steven says that we had Woolworths department store in the late 1970s. Yes, I believe Woolworths and Woolco were a part of the same company. I believe the parent company was the same. I believe Woolworths was actually the main company, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, great information here. All right, uh, Blue's there. He says, "I bet Canada." Sorry, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Please forgive me. Blueless there. Um, I bet Canada did not originate the English dub of Barba Papa. It was the British people who dubbed Barba Papa, and we used to have that show here in the UK on BBC One until 1978. Blues there. That please tell me how to pronounce your name, by the way, if you want to do it phonetically. Um, that's probably true. I believe all of the narrator always had an English accent, and I believe we had a lot of different shows that came from the BBC. Obviously, Canada's part of the Commonwealth, and the. I mean, heck, the Queen is on our dollar bill. We have a Governor General. We have all different types of the heraldry here as well. And of course, yeah, we would definitely be sharing different different shows from the UK. I mean, Thames, the television producers, they were a big part of my childhood. Whether it was Are You Being Served, which was a British television show, which is hilarious. Um, The Young Ones, that was a really funny show. I remember watching that on YTV. Um, yeah, a whole bunch of different great television shows from the BBC that made its way here. Of course, Doctor Who. I mean, I would be remiss if I didn't say something like that. So yeah, great stuff coming out of the UK. DFH Studios people. DFH Studios send this super chat. Del, you're hilarious. Thank you for doing that, Del. You didn't have to. Thank you so much, guys. Del has always been one of my big supporters as well. Please check out his channel, DFH Studios, on YouTube. You won't regret it. Jay Gamerman. Hey Jay Gamerman, how's it going, man? Haven't seen you on the chat yet, but thank you and welcome. PS4 and Switch. I think we're talking about Streets of Rage 3, right? 4, right? The new Streets of Rage, which is coming out. Yes, I believe it is coming on the. I guess Jay Gamerman has confirmed that it is coming out on PS4 and Switch, which is awesome. The animation looks great. I love the anime-esque opening that they made, which I think it's less anime and more just action, which was really cool. So I'm looking forward to that. Steve, I hope you're looking forward to that. Obviously, Jay Gamerman is looking forward to that. Great stuff. Maybe we'll do a review sometime. Guys, hit me up. Let's do it. Steve says it is the Sega Genesis, and he's sorry. No apologies here, guys. We're just here to have fun, as you all know. And one of the great things about this is that we're remembering all the fun stuff that we did when we were younger, and you can't get any better than that. So, great stuff. Sega Genesis, wonderful. Streets of Rage, 1, 2, and 3. And now Streets of Rage 4 is coming out on the Switch and the PS4. Great stuff. All right. Grand Desert 12. Give a like button and donate on Pantheon. Patreon. Yeah, guys, I do have a Patreon channel. Thank you, Grand Desert 12. Thank you, DFH Studios, Dell, for letting everybody know. Yes, I do have a Patreon. If you guys want to support the channel, please go there. Hit me up. I would really support anything. But guys, don't feel obligated. I do this because I love this, and I want to connect with you guys because, you know what? In this climate, in this time, we are all, together, but at the same time, we're apart. So, hashtag home together. You know what I mean? It's one of those things which is really important, and I'm really excited to do this, and I really appreciate everybody being here today. Okay. Yeah, Dell. It is Patreon. It's Pantheon is good too. It's a Pantheon. Jay Gamerman, I love Force 5. We do too, Jay Gamerman. We love Force. Everyone loves Force 5. Grand Desert 12. All right, no worries. It is Patreon, guys. Thank you. All right, Steven. 5-star stories, 1980s, great mecha designs. Yes, some wonderful, really great mecha designs. These gigantic, huge mecha, beautiful artwork. The Golden Giants. Great stuff. Something really very very different from whatever we've seen in mecha before. A lot of fantasy, right? The fact that you have Fatimas, the fact that you have human androids who need to be piloting these mecha robots. The fact that the Joker star system is galaxies away from us, but kind of like a very Star Wars-ish kind of thing, which it's very much inspired by Star Wars. They have lightsabers and stuff. So yeah, great stuff. All right, Neo Celestia. Hey Jay, how are you going to have this live stream available to watch? Are you going to have this live stream available to watch later? I have a friend who wants to check it out but isn't able to watch YouTube live. Yeah, okay, no problem. Neo Celestia, I will definitely post this. Anybody I know? Yeah, I'll repost this for everybody to see. It's a bit of a ramble, but if people enjoy it, yeah, sure, of course I'll post. Absolutely, thank you so much. Jason, Disney MGM Studios has changed over the years. Yeah. Wait, is Disney and MGM, Or do you mean Disney and MGM Studios have changed over the years? Because I believe this. Well, actually, you know what? Disney owns everybody, right? Disney owns pretty much everybody in the universe right now. They're about to. I think they'll take over Apple soon. I'm pretty sure one of these days. So yeah, Jason. I'm pretty sure Disney has changed over the years. 100%. MGM, yeah. You know what? They were in bankruptcy court multiple times. So yeah, 100%. All right, what do we have here? Um, Sorry, I'm just scrolling down to see everyone's. I'm trying to get to everybody's comments here. Today's special is Jeff, Jody, Sam, and Muffy. Yes. Okay, so Muffy was the one I missed. Like, I can barely believe I remembered Jody. Like Jody was like, I was like reaching for that one. Nikki, Triole, and me. Those must have been characters that I can't remember right now. But yeah, so love today's special. I'm gonna probably do a recap on that one day. Um, Okay, no problem. Anthono, I can't. I think that's Russian. So hey, we have a Russian viewer. That's dude. Write your name in English phonetically so I can say hi. I would love to. I think I've seen your comments online somewhere. Martin, Mimi lady on today's Mimi lady on today's special was Beaver of TVO's Cucumber. Really? Oh, cool. Wow. That's awesome. Martin, you're a fountain of information. Global used to show Barba Papa with two different sets of dubs. Is that right? I thought Barba Papa was only on TVO. So it actually aired on Global TV. Wow, that's amazing. I love Barba Papa. A lot of people, for those of you who've watched my video, I thought I dreamt Barba Papa. I thought it was some sort of like, childhood dream. Shapeshifters who can morph into pretty much any shape or animal or thing. The fact that they lived underground in little pods. Does anybody remember the episode where human beings had polluted the earth so much that they had to leave, and leave the earth, live on the moon, and sorry, the Barba Papas had to leave the earth. Yes, the Barba Papas had to leave the earth. They ended up in the moon, colonized the moon for a little bit, and I think it was Barba Bravo, or it was Barba. I think it was Barba Bravo. I think he's the one who actually used his telescope to see what was happening. No, it was Barbara Bright, right? But I think Barbara Bright, he actually started looking down on the Earth, seeing what was going on. I believe there were some wars that happened. Holy crap! It was pretty dark, that episode. I believe some wars happened. Industrialization was happening, and it was polluting the Earth so much that they had to leave. And eventually, though, the nations of the world came together. They started cleaning up the planet. They started burying all the munitions and things like that. And then finally, the Earth was cleaned up enough where the Barba Papas could return to Earth and were welcome back. Wow, what a wholesome, crazy message about world, events that were not really that big a deal back then, but are huge right now. So yeah, Barba Papa was way beyond its time. Did I dream that, or does anybody remember what I'm talking about? somebody remind me. Okay, so Stephen Harris, I loved Are You Being Served? Oh, Steve, really? You watched Are You Being Served? That's a very British, very very British show. I always love the fact that there was one elevator and they were all stuck on this one floor. Wow, dry British humor. Loved it. I'm glad you were able to watch it. Where did you watch it, Steve? What channel were you watching it on? Jay Gamerman. Great. Love it. Steven, I'm watching the Fourth Doctor. Yes, Steven is watching the Fourth Doctor currently. Wow. Great BBC stuff. There are actually episodes of Doctor Who which have been lost over the years. Like the warehouse which a lot of the film was being kept in was waterlogged or set on fire. Can't remember exactly. But yeah, some episodes have actually been completely lost. It's crazy. Jay Gearman, 4. So I'm assuming you're talking about Streets of Rage 4. I'm looking forward to it. I really want to play it. It's been a long time. Blue's there. Don't worry if you can't pronounce my J. It was something about it that was named as Blue there. Blue is there. Okay, Blue is there. Okay, I'll try Blue is there. That sounds like a good one. But yes, so Blue's there from the UK. Thank you so much. As you can tell, some of us have actually watched shows from the UK here, including some of our friends in Boston, Steve. So great stuff. All right, Anthon. I'm gonna. I think it says Anthon. Mappy. I'm sorry, sir. No, no, sir. I'm sorry, my friend. I'm not sure if I'm presenting that right. Please, put it in phonetic English, and I'll try to pronounce it properly. But I think that's Russian. I'm not sure. I might be wrong. So please tell me your name. Have you ever known somebody that thinks it's strange your interest in the old anime? I meet people all the time who think it's strange, especially young people in particular believe that older anime is trash. I don't think they understand that it was all done by hand. That it was incredibly difficult to actually create. That each individual cell was painted by hand. Um, Sometimes I direct them to the Akira um, production report, and where they can see just how difficult it was to create, scenes from animation. And then I also remind them that old Disney cartoons were also done by hand and how difficult it was. I think what it is the types of themes that come with anime have changed over the years, and I think that that's really why the newer generation of anime fans don't appreciate a lot of the um, great anime that came from the past. The funny thing is that once you introduce them to it and they start looking it up and start watching it, then it's easier to change their minds and really get them into the newer stuff, into the older stuff, which is always great. Grand Desert 12. Did you like video games Dino Rex and Primal Rage? Okay, so Dino Rex sounds familiar. Not really 100% sure about what that is. Was that a cartoon? It sounds like a cartoon, but not so much about Dino Rex. I don't remember. But Primal Rage, it was another fighting game. Kind of, kind of, kind of funny as well. I think one of the finishing moves is a fart, isn't it? Am I correct in saying that? But yeah, really bloody, really savage. I believe it was created by Atari Games. Um, yeah, another one of those great. What was really cool about Primal Rage? It was all done with stop motion animation. I believe that Harryhausen type of animation effects with stop motion characters, and that was really great. Another game like that was Clay Fighters, which was also done with stop motion animation, which in my opinion wasn't executed nearly as well. I think that I would love to see a high res version of Primal Rage. I think that would be awesome. If anybody watches Lazy Game Reviews (LGR), he just did an entire breakdown of his arcade board for Primal Rage. Great stuff. I would suggest that anybody who's interested in Primal Rage take a look at that video. Okay. Steve says that Disney is big. Yes, Steve. Disney's massive. They're swallowing everybody up. Martin, Barbapapa's arc story had a story on pollution. Yes, that's the one I think I remember. So I'm not going crazy. I am not going crazy. Steve, Barbapapa was cool, but a very sort of trippy experience. Yeah, you know what though? Between Barbapapa and Doctor Snuggles and Polka Dot Door, these are really wholesome cartoons which we grew up on. The Green Forest, all these great, wonderful, wholesome cartoons. I think that we're missing that now. I think that we need more of those innocent cartoons which will let your imagination run wild, right? I think that's something that we're really, really missing. Um, Martin, there used to be Barbara Papa books covering the TV episodes. I had one. I had the I believe it was Scholastic published a large format book. It was based on the episode of The Haunted House, and I can't for the life of me find it anywhere. My mom probably put it away. I wish I could find it because it was one of my favorite memories. Barbara Bravo was basically convinced that the house is haunted. He convinced himself that there was vampires in the house, there was ghosts in the house, and it ended up just being his family. But right at the end, he discovers that it was actually termites, and the house just was dilapidated, and he saved his family from. It's funny to say he saved his family because I'm pretty sure you can't kill any of the Barba Papas. They're pretty much indestructible, in my opinion. I don't know if that's actually true, but we'd have to find out. Yeah, thanks for confirming my sanity there, Martin. Thank you very much. So Steve, you watched the Barba Papas on Channel 2 on PBS. Wow. So public broadcasting and of course TV Ontario and other publicly funded channels are very important. Like Sesame Street, Captain Kangaroo, all these other great shows. You know that you remember as kids. They came from these different public broadcasting stations, and you know, edutainment is always one of those things which is tough. And it's amazing that we were able to actually have some great edutainment when we were growing up in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And it's fond memories that I have of these things, which is great. Neo Celestia. Barba Papa was awesome back in the day. The way Jay describes it, Barba Papa sounds like Captain Planet, the Captain Planet of the 70s and 80s. Oh, Neo Celestia. You know what? Uh, you're only a few years younger than I am, I think. Yeah, you're only a few years younger than me, right? So, you know why? It was an episode which really I remember it just stuck in my head. I was like, wow, like how bad can pollution get? You know what I mean? Like it was like the way they were depicting it in the Barber Pop episode. Like we were all wearing gas masks, and I remember being a little scary actually that episode. And I remember thinking to myself, is that actually going to happen? I was a little kid, so it really hit home for me. And I still remember it today for obvious reasons. But I think what really got me was that the Barber Papas, you know, were so scared of their own lives that they left the earth. You know what I mean? Like that's crazy. Like they left us. And you know what? I guess they felt that we were destroying our planet, and they had to leave. So yeah, I speak about it like Captain Planet because it was Captain Planet. It was a PSA about what kids should look for and try to prevent, and preserve for the future. Great stuff. Good messages all around. Jay Gamerman on Boston channel. You're from Boston too, Jay Gamerman? Wow, I got a lot of I got a lot of people watching from Boston. Thanks for tuning in, man. Like seriously, I really appreciate it. What was on Boston channel? Sorry, I know we were talking about Streets of Rage, but get back to me on that. Sushi Sunshine. Hi, Sushi Sunshine. 2000. Thanks for tuning in. Great to see you. Please ask me a question or tell me how you're spending your time being in your home on this this very nice day. Unfortunately, right? I'm just trying to find out what everyone's doing. Steve, yes, some of Patrick Troughton's and I think some of the John Pertwee, my favorite doc. Oh yeah, okay, sorry. Took me a while to figure out what you're talking about. Your favorite Doctor, the only real martial artist in the series. Doctor Who fans, Steven is trying to make his way through the entire series. There are some lost episodes which I believe have been restored. Steve, you might want to check them out. And I believe the BBC has been releasing some DVDs or Blu-rays on some animated versions of those series, which is really great. I think you can have some time. Sushi Sunshine 2000. You're also from the UK. Hey, welcome. If you haven't heard, we're talking about the BBC. We're talking about Barbara Papa and Dr. Snuggles and Have You Been Served? A great British comedy. Keeping Up with the Neighbors. I love that show. I thought that was hilarious. That was a lot of fun. Blue is there. Says, I do remember the episode where the Barba Papa's house was being built, and at the end, when every Barba Papa is having a party, and Barba Bell is singing Barba Bells, and Barba Lalas is playing a flute, and Barba Mama is holding a cake. I do remember that, and the fact that it was underground. They each had their own separate room in the underground. Sorry, No, I believe it was upground, right? It was on the top, and each of them had their own separate rooms. They were all like, um, they were shaped like gourds, right? Like with windows and stuff. It was really, again, Barba Papa was an amazingly. It was the '70s, man. I think that I think that everyone had these great concepts back then, and really let their ideas flow. You know what I mean? I've always made light of the fact that Barba Papa and Doctor Snuggles, yeah, they might have, the creators might have been on something when they were making these series, because man, they were trippy sometimes. So yeah, great stuff though. I really do love that. I do remember that episode. Blue is there. I do remember it. It was a great episode, and had a lot of fun with that. Pardon me, guys. I've been in the sniffles. PC Gamer 77. Hey, PC Gamer, great to see you. Yeah, long time no chat. Please tell me what you're up to. I want to find out how everyone's doing in this very very strange climate we're in. Um, Blue is there again. Okay, I'm losing track here. Blue is there. Um, Even though Barba Papa shows the viewer the opinions about his, even though Barba Papa even shows the viewer the opinions about his own house. I think you're talking about the same episode. I can't remember that part, but I guess Barba Papa was critiquing his own house. Maybe I can't really remember that part of the episode. Cool. Um, their house is very weird. Is that what he was saying? All right, Hamlet. What is it that I love? Why is it that I love Gundam 83, but I can't really even understand the new stuff? I prefer the subtitle versions to the English dub. You know what? I just watched a complete timeline of the multiverses that are in the Gundam universe on Crunchyroll, and man, I remember about 30% of what I loved. Anything with the original Universal Century is my thing. Uchuseki, double no, 0079, right? That's the stuff that I really love. I love, you know, I love Char. I love Amuro Ray. I love that original storyline. But I also love 0083. Uh, you know, um, uh, 080, was it? Are you talking about 0083 or just 083? Because now that I think about it, there are a couple of them, right? Yeah, so many different storylines. It's hard to keep track of what it is. Double Zeta, obviously Zeta, Double Zeta. All those great shows. You know what? They've gone in so many different directions. I mean, they have the future century, they have the real century, they have, they're actually doing AD in terms of timelines. So, go watch this documentary. This commentary on Crunchyroll about the entire breakdown of the Gundam multiverses. I don't think they call it that, but the Gundam universes explained, because it will give you a head spinning tutorial on how many different Gundam universes there are. There are at least 8. So don't feel bad about not understanding what's happening with the current releases of the Gundam universe, because to be perfectly honest with you, this guy, I don't even remember his name, which is unfortunate, but he was able to map out the entire thing, and I'm grateful for that, because what he was able to do was amazing, and it really helped me remember what it was. Gundam Formula 91 is one of my all-time favorites, even though it's a mess of a movie. I really love Gundam Formula 191. Again, 0083 is another one of my favorite ones. MS-08 team, beautiful storyline. Again, all these ones that are pretty much. I'm very much into the Universal Century. The Future Century. Gundam Seed. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard for me to keep track as to what I think Seed's actually in the Universal Century. I'm not sure anymore. It's hard. It's hard to go watch the go watch the explanation by this guy on Crunchyroll. He did an awesome job. It'll really help you out. All right, Jason. I used to watch Devilman Lady. I used to watch Devilman Lady at the New Year 2013. Devilman Lady. I'm huge, as many of you know. I'm a big fan of Devilman. Either from the original Gonagai animated version on television back in the 70s, 60s, and 70s, or the original OAV that came out in the 90s. these are some of my favorite episodes. Um, but you know what? I remember watching Amon. Uh, I think it was an OEV back in 2013 or 2011. It was way back, and I remember that one being violence for no reason, and it reminded me very much of Violence Jack. Which, when you think about it, all of Go Guys' universes are somewhat intertwined, because I don't want to make any spoilers here, but Violence Jack and Devilman are very closely related. Again, I'm not going to speak too much more about that. I'll probably speak about it in an episode, which I might do. But yes, very very closely related, those two series, for reasons which, well, you should watch them both. Now, I am going to warn everybody out there. Violence Jack is a that's a rabbit hole which a lot of people might not want to go down. But if you watched Aman and uh, sort of are interested in that kind of anime, then Devilman is a walk in the park, really. Except for the perhaps etchy nature of it. Actually, it's not even etchy; it's more like hentai. Anyway, yeah, let's yeah. Devilman is great. Devilman Lady, I don't know. It's something. It's kind of that 50-50 for me, Jason. Not really 100% sure on Devilman Lady, but I still love Devilman to the nth degree. Great stuff. All right, Sushi Sunshine. I'm a fan of Power Rangers and Totsunaku shows. So am I, brother. I am definitely a fan of that. I'm sorry, I say brother, but I mean that in an overall term. Um, but Sushi Sunshine, I'm a fan of Power Rangers and Totsunaku shows. I think it's great the way Toei decided to open up Totsunaku channel, where they show their classic tokusatsu shows. Yeah, like Kamen Rider and any Super Sentai show that has come and gone. Like, great stuff. Japanese live action is one of those fun stuff. I think Spider Man had a live action show in Japan years ago. And any of the rubber suit monsters, I love that stuff. Which is another reason why I love Guyver so much. Guyver to me is an animated giant rubber suit series in the classic vein of tokusatsu. You know what I mean? Great stuff. And yeah, I would love to see. If we should get more channels in. Japan should start just exporting streaming services here to North America. I think it would do great. Martin, later episodes of Barbara Papa had a mystery episode, but the detectives always had the wrong answer. Was that to involve kids? If the Barbara Papas had a wrong answer, then that would mean that the kids could solve the mystery for them. That would be neat. Isn't that kind of like a Dora the Explorer kind of way? Like, you yell at the screen enough, and the fox will actually do the opposite kind of stuff. Yeah, cool. That's neat. I didn't know that. Hamlet, the Green Forest. Yes, the Green Forest. The stories the stories they read about all come to life. Anyway, love the Green Forest. If you look hard enough, you can find it on YouTube. Just a little tip there. So take a look for Green Forest episodes. I love the Green Forest. Wonderful. I did a whole episode on it. If you guys haven't seen it, please go check it out. It's all about Reddy, in the most part, and the fact that he almost died. Literally almost got shot to death. Like, watch it. It's actually kind of disturbing. Steve. Davy and Goliath. Steve, you're tugging on my heartstrings right now. Yeah, Davy and Goliath. Great claymation episodes. I think it was done by the same studio that did Gumby. I could be wrong, but yeah, I mean, just wholesome values. Trying to do the Goofus and Gallant series from Highlight magazine. You know what I mean? Great stuff. Goofus and Gallant. The little dog and his little boy and his dog. Learning from his dad. What's right and what's wrong, what to do. Stealing is bad. Great stuff. Great stuff. And you know what? It had religious overtones, yes, but I think the values were really what was more important. I think we can all take away a lot of the different things that were, portrayed in the episodes. I think that's what was way more important. Hamlet. Remember the crayfish block? I remember the crayfish blocking off the dam in the forest or something like that. Was it the crayfish? I always thought it was the beavers who were building a dam, and the two beavers who were building a dam, and I think that it dried up the river, and then everyone was wondering. You see the flopping fish and stuff, and I think everyone was wondering why it was happening, and they all had to go investigate, and they saw that it was actually the otters who were sorry the beavers that were actually doing the damage. I could be wrong. There were so many episodes, so actually there were only like 12, I think. But yeah, guys, go look for the Green Forest. Great stuff. Martin, there is a channel on Twitch showing tokusatsu shows. Really? Uh, I watched Kyuranger last night. The original Power Rangers. No, that's Kyuranger, not Juranger. Okay, well, there you go. Yeah, great. Martin, could you throw up the address? That would be great. I think people would appreciate that. Blue is there. They forgot to add Barba Papa on PBS programs list on Wikipedia. Well, you know what? Blue is there. I think you can contribute. You should send an addendum. I think that they'd be more than happy to accept it. I believe because there are a lot of people who should be watching Barba Papa. I think kids should rediscover Barba Papa. I mean, it's not any worse than watching what are those things with the things on their heads? Those little blue aliens that look like mouse. Uh, Teletubbies? Is that it? Teletubbies? I think it's better than watching Teletubbies. I'll be honest with you. Okay, so Martin, one thing that freaked people out seeing Morgan Freeman on the Electric Company. Oh my gosh, the Electric Company! Holy crap! Why would that freak people out? I mean, like Graham Greene was on. Graham Greene was on a whole bunch of different shows. I believe that, if I'm not mistaken, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't Morpheus on the Pee Wee Herman show, Pee Wee's Playhouse? Sorry, I say Morpheus, but I mean Lawrence Fishburne. Wasn't he? Wasn't he on Pee Wee's Playhouse? Yeah, there have been a lot of stars who have either guest starred or been on. Katy Perry's been on freaking Sesame Street. There have been a ton of people who've done cameos, so I'm not that surprised. Grand Desert 12. Wow, I've never heard of Barba Papa. Did you ever do a review? Yes, Grand Desert 12. Look up Barba Papa on my channel. You will love that episode. It's really fun. I think you'll have a blast. It's really great. Hamlet. A lot of animation/ideas are so ADD these days. The kids can't even form memories around the images and stupidity that they're being bombarded with. Example, the new content. Don't do that to me. Don't say that. Oh my gosh. Oh, Hamlet. Don't start a can of worms with me. Okay, hold on. Wait a second. Okay. Okay, first of all, I kind of like Teen Titans Go. just between the two of us, I kind of like Teen Titans Go. I think it's hilarious. It's funny as hell. Although you're right, the storylines are kind of but I didn't mind the movie of Teen Titans Go. I thought it was hilarious. The new Thundercats, please, let's not get into that. I'm really, oh my god. I've been avoiding doing an episode on that because I want to do my Thundercats episode so that I can really enjoy doing an episode about Thundercats. And then I'll do a follow-up about Thundercats Roar. Although I have to tell you, the reboot back in 2012, I think, 2012, 2013, the Thundercat reboot, I really enjoyed that. I thought that was a really... The animation was great. It was very much anime inspired. A lot of the characters were somewhat endearing. And when you look back at the original Thundercats series, I mean, as fond as we are of the Thundercats, it can be... Some of the episodes are great, but it can be really difficult to like some of the filler episodes that were in the series. I mean, you're talking about well over 60 episodes, right? So, trying to get through the entire series can be daunting. I really still... A lot of the episodes that still hold up are some of the very first season episodes. They were really, really well done, really well written. Thundercats Ho the movie was, again, one of the great plot lines of the series. Really introduced another set of Thundercats. And then the Return to Thundera, I think, was probably one of the most enduring series that happened, and then of course the finale, which was great. Thundercats is just one of those uh, storybook endings for cartoons in the '80s. It actually had a beginning, a middle, and an end, which is great for something like that. Because usually, like He-Man and other shows, sometimes it just gets unceremoniously cut off, and we never find out what happens to any of the characters, if there's any resolutions or anything like that. So yeah, the fact that Rankin and Bass and was able to finish Thundercats, I think it was a testament to that. Um, if I'm not mistaken, Silverhawks didn't even get an ending, right? And I don't think Tiger Sharks ever really ended either. I think those two just got shuffled off somewhere. Um, all right, Steven. Actually, Doctor Who. Who are you? You are you being served? Okay, Doctor Who. Are you being served? Benny Hill. How could I forget Benny Hill? Oh my God, one of the all-time classic late night television shows, which which I shouldn't have been watching when I was a kid, but I did anyway. Great British comedy, great humor. The great Benny Hill, awesome guy. It was sad how he died, but you know what? Great character. I really love that old man. That old man should have been given a medal. I remember him being slapped in the back of the head. Pack, 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 pack. I remember that all the time, and it always used to be a great thing. And I believe Benny Hill was the one who created one of my favorite jokes, which was "Do not assume, because if you assume and you are wrong, you will make an ass out of you and me." Great line, great stuff. I love Benny Hill. Thanks for reminding me of that. So it was on Channel 2 for you guys, and you cannot even remember what channel Barba Papa was on. Well, Steve, again, for me, I thought it was a hallucination, a dream. A bit of bad beef or something. So yeah, great stuff. Uh, Cyrillic Azurtha. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Um, uh, Please tell me how to phonetically sound that, but uh, Cyrillic Azurtha. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Um, which mecha is beside your getter arrow? Which mecha is beside my getter arrow? Well, back here. Or wait, you mean this one? Okay, I'll go through them because I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so that's Great Mazinger, a Japanese anime. This is Star Dragon. This is Star Poseidon, right here. So Star Dragon, Star Poseidon, and this one is obviously Star Arrow, and then all the way back here where you can't see, which is why I'm wondering how you saw it. But that's Great Mazinger. Sorry, that's Mazinger Z, or Transor Z here in North America. We'll just bring it closer. Yeah. So that's Transor Z or Mazinger Z. Okay. I hope that helps. And just in case, it was just wondering. It's Star Poseidon. Yeah, turn. There we go. That's foul tip right. That's foul tip right there. Okay. Ah! Don't break. Don't break. All right, Cyrillic. I think that's how you pronounce it. Please, again, I apologize. J. Gimmerman, south of Boston, but the channels are from Boston and Providence. Okay, cool. So that's where you got most of your old Force 5, Barba Papa, what's it called? Dr. Snuggles, I guess. If you got those, that's great. Sushi Sunshine. Yes. How I'm spending time during isolation? Well, I've been hanging out with my favorite streamers. Thank you, thank you, Sushi. Who else do you watch? Because I would love to find out. And I've been watching plenty of YouTube videos, including, as previously mentioned, the Toei Tokusatsu videos. Well, Martin seems to have found a great Twitch channel, which I hope he throws up on the chat. That way, everyone can watch it too. Hamlet. I guess I'm the only one. Hamlet. I guess I'm the only Scarborough guy in chat. No. Although I don't live in Scarborough anymore, I'm a Scarberian. I'm a Scarberian, so don't worry about that. Hamlet, you and I, man. You. That was for Dell. Steven, you have done very well. Okay, I think I'm still on the way. But sorry, Steve. What are you referring to? Holy crap! There's so many. Okay, I'm gonna have to catch up here. A lot of different. Okay, here we go. All right, I'm gonna speed through a few of these. All right, so Sushi Sunshine. Yeah, naturally like a lot of British stuff. I like Mr. Bean. We had Mr. Bean on CBC, I think, Canadian Broadcasting Channel. Um, no surprises. I've recently been watching a few really obscure British kids shows. So obscure that even British people will be unfamiliar with them. For example, have you ever heard of Telebugs? Believe it or not, I have heard of Telebugs. Um, God, I can't remember where I heard of it, but I have heard of it. So there you go. I'm not British. I'm Canadian. So Commonwealth. Okay. Grand Desert 12. J-Ban. Time to open the phone lines. Joking, yes. Dino Rex was a previous video game. Came out the same time as Primal Rage. Just mentioned it since you said you enjoy Mortal Kombat. I'm going to have to look up Dino Rex. It sounds familiar. I'm pretty sure I've heard of it. I just don't know. I just can't put my finger on it. But I will take a look. Steve, the 1970s Barba Papa $6 million man. Holy shit. Okay, yeah, $6 million man. I know I'm not talking about Ted DiBiase. The John Pertwee's Doctor Who. Yeah, John Pertwee's Doctor Who. Awesome classic TV. Absolutely. Man, did anybody else get freaked out by the Doctor Who theme song back in the 70s and 80s? I remember every single time that came on TV, I would run out of the room. Only because I was literally freaked out by. Anyway, yeah, that still gives me shivers down my spine, to be honest with you. Crazy stuff. Jay, PlayStation 25th anniversary. You are kidding me. Is it the 25th anniversary of. No way. Get out of town. When? Now I feel really old. Not that I wasn't old before, but I'm feeling it now. Again. Hamlet. Actually, I'm giving assignments online, trying to keep myself and my family happy. Watching media on YouTube and experimenting with stop motion. Dude, I would love to see some stop motion. Using Stop Motion Studio app, fun stuff. I love stop motion. I'm a huge fan. Obviously, most of us here are huge fans of cartoons and animation. Send me your channel, Hamlet. I would love to see what you're doing. If I haven't already subscribed to you, let me see what you're up to. Stardust Memories. Oh, yeah. I love Stardust Memories. 0083. Sorry, 00. What was it? 0083, right? Great stuff. The introduction song alone is worth the price of admission. Have you heard the English version of the introduction of the song, of the opening song? Great stuff. Check it out. Steven, Gundam is confusing, but what about the DC Comics reboot every few years? Yeah, DC Comics. The one thing about DC Comics which you can at least rely on is that they don't go on a completely different tangent. They pretty much keep the characters more or less the same, but change a few things about them. Don't really change too much of their powers. Change the storylines a little bit. You know that Thomas Wayne didn't die, but Bruce died. Sorry if that spoiled anything for everybody. But anyway, there's the real difference with the multiverse versus the Gundam multiverses. My God, just crazy. Hamlet. At Stephen Harris, yeah, it's as though they're afraid of a solid storyline in history. You know what? It's weird. I think that in a lot of ways, the creators of Gundam just wanted to be original. That they didn't want to stick to one particular storyline. But I really find it quite daunting to actually have to go through the entire, literally 50 years, pretty much coming. 30 years. I think it's 30 years coming up for Gundam. Something like that. It's pretty old now. So yeah, it's 35 years. Jeez Louise. Honestly, yeah, it's up there. I might walk over there and find out. But yeah, it's tough. PC Gamer 77. I'm hanging at home, having some serious nostalgic lately for old cartoons and games. Anybody else remember the Berenstain Bears cartoon in 1985? I want to go back and watch some of those episodes again. Okay, so fun episode that I remember from the Berenstain Bears is when Papa Bear was trying to run for mayor, and he tried to go up in a balloon, and there was a malfunction or something like that. And the joke in the whole episode was that Papa Bear could talk so much that he was so filled with hot air, he ended up speaking into the actual hot air balloon so that they wouldn't drop to their deaths. And the more hot air he put into the balloon, the lower it would descend slower. So that was my fun memory of the Berenstain Bears. Berenstein Bears, right? There's that that's their Mandel effect. Anyway, Berenstein Bears episode, great stuff. But you know what? I was more into the books. I love the books. The Berenstein Bears books were some of my favorites. Um, Kid Chuckle, hey Kid Chuckle, great to see you, brother. So there's another Scarberian, if anybody wanted to know. Coming to say hi. Just wanted to give you my support and keep up the hard work. By the way, I hope you're keeping safe. Did you manage to see those stories I told you a while back? Those stores I see you a while back. Yeah, Kid Chuckle. Thanks for the support. Always appreciate it. You guys, all you guys, your support means the world to me. Thank you so much for chiming in today. Really appreciate it. The comic book store that you mentioned, I think it was over by Victoria Park. Haven't had a chance, obviously for obvious reasons now. Maybe when they reopen, I might be able to take a look at that. Some of the other stores you mentioned, no, unfortunately, I just, yeah, things have been really hectic these days, as you know. But thanks for dropping me those hints. I will try to check them out as soon as I can. Thanks, Kid Chuckle. Sushi Sunshine. You said Don Dot Sunaku and Kamen Rider. Yeah, I know. I know. I can't keep my head on everything, right? And pronunciations. Come on, it's Japanese. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not fluent in it. I try. Steven. I love the Guyver anime. Oh my gosh. Steve. In terms of martial arts anime, it's one of the better ones. I really want to keep watching. I have to finish the reboot that was done in 2011. I think it was 2011, or 2008. One of those two. I have to finish watching that because it was a little bit slower than the first OAV, but it expanded on the story so much more. So I really want to watch it. Hamlet. To PC Gamer 77. I live for the old stuff. Didn't watch the Bears, but I loved old Godzilla flicks, especially Ray Harryhausen's stop motion creatures. We mentioned Ray Harryhausen. Oh, funny! We should mention that. I just watched Clash of the Titans again last night, the original 1981. Here's the funny thing: I could have sworn that was done in the 70s, because when I was a kid growing up, I had a videotape which had Star Wars, Clash of the Titans, and Risky Business on it. Don't ask why I had a television, a VHS as a kid about Risky Business. That was different story entirely. But anyway, I love Clash of the Titans. It was so great seeing the Vulture, Medusa, the Kraken, the two-headed wolf. Great stuff. I love stop motion animation. Sushi Sunshine. It's actually pronounced Carmen Rider. Is it? I thought it was Kamen Rider. Because Kamen, right? Oh, no, sorry. I thought it was yeah, it is Kamen Rider. But there's no R, right? It's Kamen. Because Kamen means mask. So Kamen Rider is the masked rider? Anyway, I'll take your word for it. Where on earth is Kamen Rider? Right here. Right here. Kamen Rider is right here. Do you see all my helmets? Hamlet. PC Gamer 77. Thinking about re-downloading Diablo 2. Wow, Diablo 2. You are pulling some more heartstrings there, Hamlet. Great game. Great game. Blue is there. Jay, have you heard about the new reboot of Barba Papa called Barba Papa Family? I think, because I saw a clip of it on a normal pronounced on normal pronounced normal. Okay, why do they spell it that way? It would be airing on Nick Jr. in all countries. Get out of town! Are you serious? Marble Papa's coming back. Do you have a link to a YouTube video or the the website? I would love to look that up. Blue is there. The new episodes are written by Alice Thayar and Thomas Taylor. Oh, Thomas Taylor is they're back. Like, aren't they the original couple who did it? Because that would be great. That'd be awesome. Um, oh, the sons of Annette Tyson and okay, so they're the they're the sons. Okay, cool. Well, they're keeping up the tradition. That's great. Yeah, please send me a link. That would be awesome. Sushi Sunshine. Uh, Good Ranger wasn't adapted for Power Rangers series yet. Who knows? Maybe it will sometime. Oh, that'd be great. Sorry, I haven't kept up with the newer Super Sentai series, so I haven't really had a chance to look at that. Steve Venom. Hey, Steve. Thank you for joining us. Hey, Jay. Glad to see you're back in the action. Any Force 5 DVDs out there? You know, somebody mentioned a Force 5 DVD collection. I don't think it's an official collection, but I think it's a compilation of some of the television series that from Jim Terry. So if I can find that link, I'll let you know, Steve. Um, but yeah, I'll keep an eye out for it because somebody mentioned it. You might want to look at some of my videos and look at some of the comments because somebody did mention or had a link to a DVD. Now I've been hesitant to pull the trigger, but I might just do it because I really do love those episodes and I really do wanna get them. And if it's cheap enough, I might just pull the trigger. We'll see what happens. PC Gamer 77. Well, sure, anything is better than watching Teletubbies. Yeah. Okay, that was from way back. Um, Kid Chuckle. Cowboy Curtis. Yes. Pee Wee Herman, right? Pee Wee Herman. We're talking about uh, what the heck was his name? Morpheus. There. Uh, you know who I'm talking about. Lawrence Fishburne, right? Cowboy Curtis. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's what we're talking about. Awesome. I'm not going crazy. Martin Hugh. Um, is it Hugh or Sue? Anyway, Martin. Tokusatsu TV is in Twitch, and Shout Factory TV shows Super Sentai on Sundays. Yeah, Shout Factory actually. That's another one I wanted to talk about. They actually, if for anyone who wants DVDs of Force 5, they re-released Dangard Ace, Star Zinger, and what was the last one? Guy King. Redubbed. It's not the Jim Terry dub, so redubbed in a very 70s style. So the dubbing is not that great. But if anybody's interested, you should look on Shot Factory TVs for their DVD releases of their movies for those series. So it was Starzinger, which is Space Cateers, Dangard Ace, and Guy King. Those three in particular. I'm not sure if they did. They did not do Grendizer. I know that because I would have bought it right away. So that that's something you should look into if anybody's interested. Shot Factory TV. Sorry, Shot Factory. Shot Factory. All right, Sushi Sunshine. I used to absolutely despise the Teletubbies when I was a teenager. The Teletubbies was really for younger kids. It was for babies, I think. So it wasn't really for me. I did find them a bit overrated, though. Yeah, I think it was another. Man, I don't know who thinks up of these ideas, but it was for really, really young kids. The baby son really freaked me out. I remember seeing that on YouTube years ago. Jason, hey Jay, I wonder, do you, is that a Macross helmet? Yeah, actually, this actually, I'm not gonna talk about it now, but I'm doing a full episode on Robotech. And of course, you guys can probably read Macross here. So, thanks for pointing that out, Jay. But we'll we'll save that for next time. Okay. Sushi Sunshine. I don't really care much for the Thundercats Roar, but long before Thundercats Roar, Kamen Rider had something similar called Kamen Rider SD. In terms of like an SD characters for like a version, yeah, it's very similar to well, Super Deformed came out of Gundam, right? So Gundam originally, when the first Gundam movie was aired, um, they showed episodes of Super Deformed characters, which was these tiny little chibi characters for Gundam. Now that I think about it, yeah, they're right here. Yeah, so these guys, right? So these guys originally were SD Gundam, right? And when they produced these uh, for the release of the movie, one of the Zaku's has fallen over. Um, yeah, this became even more popular than Gundam at one point. So that's where the term SD comes from. It's, Super Deformed comes from uh, the Gundam Super Deformed series. But yeah, it doesn't surprise me that Kamen Rider had a Super Deformed series. That's really cute. And in many ways, it spawned other Super Deformed series from different animes and cartoons and live action shows all over the place. So yeah, we can thank Gundam for that. Larry Kenny is Jaga on Thundercats Roar. Yeah, but Martin, how much longer is that going to last? I think they've only done a pilot episode, like 2 episodes, and really, I don't think they were well received. So I wonder if they just released those 2 pilot episodes just because they spent the money on them. So Larry Kenny, I was fortunate enough to meet him, and I was able to get him to take a picture with my Customs Thundercats sword, which is a story for another time. Hemi Henster. Okay, so Ole Kevstad. So I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I'm sorry if I mispronounce that, but I think Ole. Please let me know how to pronounce that properly. Um, love the original series and the 2011 series. Ole, which series are you talking about? Please elaborate. I'd love to respond. But I think you're talking about Thundercats. I'm hoping you're talking about Thundercats. So yes, absolutely, Thundercats, 100%. I love everyone. I think is so fond of the original series, and of course the 2011 reboot was really good too. Sushi Sunshine, similar in that it was a deformed version, exactly. But my what I mentioned was that SD originally came from Gundam, and every other anime and other television shows have actually borrowed from that trope, if you will. So that's why SD Gundam has existed. So as Kamen Rider, SD, all these other great. So I mean, even the mini goddesses from All My Goddess, that's another idea of chibis or super deforms, right? PC gamers, PC gamer, talking about dying planets. Poor Thundera. Yeah, you say that, but if you watch the series the whole way through, Thundera came back together, and all the refugees were able to come back to Thundera too. So there you go. But yes, I mean, it was. But you know what? Much like everything that was in the '80s, it was an amalgamation of other popular culture. It had Star Wars in it. It had Superman in it. It had, you know, uh, so many different connotations. Mostly Star Wars though. But blowing up the planet, it was very much a Superman type of arc where they had just lost their home. But if you look at the way it blew up, it was very much more like a star destroyer explosion too. uh, Martin, the actress who played Janice in Friends was in Silverhawks. Yeah, you mentioned that before. That's awesome. PC Gamer 77. Silverhawks never lived up to its potential. Tiger Sharks needs to come out on DVD and Blu-ray. I believe it has. I believe if you look hard enough, you can find a DVD Blu-ray DVD anyway, of Tiger Sharks. Check Amazon. I believe Tiger Sharks does have a DVD. Silverhawks, It was interesting. The kind of mob mentality of it, the idea that there was an intergalactic mob of space criminals, and it was the Wild West out there. Uh, yeah, it was such a juxtapositioning of different ideas. Uh, in my opinion, in a lot of ways, the best thing that came out of that series was the opening. It was harkening back to those great anime openings from Rankin and Bass. Tiger Sharks, Silverhawks, Thundercats, they all had great animated openings. And if you think about the early G.I. Joe openings, same idea. G.I. Joe's original openings from seasons 1 to 3, they were amazing. A lot of the television specials where they did the openings, they were incredible too. And of course, the G.I. Joe the movie montage intro, that was incredible. Oh my gosh. Just crazy Toei animation. Sunrise, if you will. Okay. Grand Desert 12. Did Brave Star have an ending? Um, you know what? The last episode I remember from Brave Star, and somebody correct me on this, was when he teamed up with Sherlock Holmes, who fell through a time warp, um, to find Moriarty, actually. So, in terms of an ending, I don't think that Brave Star actually had a definitive ending. But I think that that was a special episode which Filmation, Lou Scheimer, I believe he wanted to do that episode almost like an homage to his favorite novel, if you will. Because from the episode that I remember, it literally was picked up from the falls where both he and Moriarty were supposedly fell to their death. So, yeah, pretty interesting. Um, Hamlet. Women in Braziers on late night Channel 47. Hamlet, what the hell are you talking about? What? Are you watching Retro Ontario? Like, seriously, what are you talking about? Please, let me in on the joke. What are you talking about? Women in Braziers, late night, Channel 47. Are you talking about that Invisible Woman French television series? I'm crying here. What are you talking about? PC Gamer 77. I watched Benny Hill with my dad when I was 5 years old. It was like Three Stooges, but way more hot babes. Yes. Okay, is that what you're talking about? Hamlet? Are you talking about Benny Hill? Because yes, those were great. Those were great. And the old man who always had a really young date, and who would always be slapped over the head. I love that old man. Hamlet. Grand Desert 12. The speed of the puma. Yes, strength of the bear, speed of the puma, ears of the wolf. Was that it? Was it just three? Strength of the bear, speed of the puma, ears of the wolf, eyes of the hawk. Eyes of the hawk. Brave Star. Cyrillic. Thank you. Again, my apologies. My pronunciation's all over the place. All right, Cyrillic. Thank you. Grand Desert 12. I think Brave Star just petered out. Yeah, I think it did. I do. If somebody can correct me, was the Sherlock Holmes episode the last episode, or was there another one? Okay. Where is this? Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get to everybody's questions. Holy cow. Okay, I'm really way behind. I'm gonna have to pick this up. Holy wow. Okay, I really got to pick this up. Braves are gonna. Okay, here we go. Okay, the old man of Benny Hill must have had a head start as hard. The old man in Benny Hill must have had a head start as hard as the real Senshi warrior monk. Okay, so the monk is a trope of Japanese anime, and yes, he's very much like the old man in Benny Hill. I think they share a lot of great details. Kid Chuckle, how's your tank treads on your Poseidon? You know what? They're actually shoot, I don't have them here. But you know what's happened over the years? They've actually sort of because I've never moved them. They're sort of stuck in the position that they're at. I can move them again, but it gets this little bulge at the top and the bottom when you get to the middle. So I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but basically the rubber has formed into the L shape, so the pill shape that it has right now, and it's not moving anymore. Sad, I know. Um, I think I would suggest you look at your tread, Kid Chuckle. Tranzor Zed. He actually topped Voltron in my book for a while back there in 1986 or so. That was PC Gamer 77. You know, we never actually got Tranzor Zed here in Canada. I discovered it afterwards when I was looking up giant robots when I was a kid. Jay Gamerman, yes. Yes, you're talking about. Okay, I remember. Yes, of course. Kid Chuckle, I'm the Scarborough. Yep. Scarborough for life, brother. Hamlet. Yeah, live long and prosper. Live long and prosper. Sushi Sunshine. Who else do I watch? Well, my favorite two streamers would be Escape Route British, a British streamer with a great sense of humor who usually streams Japanese and anime themed games. That is awesome. I've been thinking about doing a strictly anime video games review channel. If you guys would be interested in that, let me know because it's something that's been on my mind for a while. Kid Chuckle is ditto. Hamlet. Kid Chuckle, great to hear. Scarborough forever. Sushi Sunshine 2000. Another favorite streamer is Soy Bomb, who is a Canadian retro gamer. Really? I'm gonna have to look him up. DFH Studios. People, super chat. Thank you, Del. You are so amazing. Neo Celestia. Hey Jay, when are you and I going to Robo Sushi finally? Cyrillic can come too. Guys, well, not anytime soon, unfortunately, Neo. Um, Neo Celestia, I want to get together with you, obviously, but yeah, right now it just doesn't seem possible. But anyway, let's hang out more. Let's all of us get on a WhatsApp or something. I don't know. We'll do something together. Okay, Neil. All right. Sushi Sunshine. Another favorite streamer of mine is Minami Momochi. Minami Momochi, a Japanese streamer who does many things such as gaming, cooking, dancing, but whatever she does, she will always wear her anime mask and wig. Uh, so is it like a common or is it a actual mask? Because how interesting. I'm gonna have to look her up. Minami Momochi. Okay, I'll take a look. Stephen Harris. Steve, the quote was from Are You Being Served? What young Mr. Grace used to say at the end of almost every episode to the staff, and the staff would reply, Thank you, Mr. Grace. Yes. great series. Lots of fun. Sushi Sunshine. Telebugs is a cartoon starring three heroic robots with computer monitors as faces. The names are Chip, White, Samantha, Yellow, and I forgot the red one was called. Yes, 100%. I do remember it. I just can't. I can't. I'm amazed you remember the names. I can't remember them. DFH Studios. Jay, do you have a PayPal? If so, what's your email? I want to shoot you a donation. No. You can call me later. We'll talk. I appreciate it though, brother. Thank you very much. Sushi Sunshine. Telebugs may bring the Powerpuff Girls to mind, but only one of them is a female and not very violent. I love the Powerpuff Girls. That was definitely one of those Warner Brothers cartoons that came out around the 90s where I was just in love with it. Momo Jojo. Love it. Sushi Sanjan. I used to watch Telebugs when I was 4 years old and still have a VHS tape of them. That is so awesome. As you know, I collect a lot of VHS tapes myself. Blue is there. Jay, I bet next month is going to be the 50th anniversary when Barbara Papa books are released from May 1970. Holy crap, that would be awesome. I would definitely pick up a set. I love the Barbara Papa. It's such a nostalgic trip for me. Abyss Malfend. Abyss Malfend. Okay, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. Abyss Malfend. If you were running an anime label, what would be your 3 dream titles to license that hasn't been previously released on Blu-ray outside of Japan? Oh my god. All right, I hope you don't mind me calling you Abyss. Truthfully, Holy crap, that's actually a really good question. I don't want to spend too much time on this, unfortunately, because there's so many other questions I got to get to, Abbas. Uh, you know what? Honestly, one of them is and I don't know if it's been released because it's been a while. But Balkan Campus. Oh man, I can barely remember the name now. Bulkus Campus Gardris, I think, is one of the ones that really comes to mind. I loved that when it was being released on fan subs when I was younger, and it really no one actually ever released it properly. Not sure if it's ever been released. Another one which okay, so here's a guilty pleasure. I wouldn't mind Marmalade Boy. Did that ever get released? It was a shoujo manga anime from years ago, and a whole bunch of different groups were producing it. And you know what? My girlfriend at the time, she got into it, and she got me into it, and yeah, it was just one of those guilty pleasures. So Marmalade Boy would be among the ones. Kodomo no omocha, child's toy. That was really fun. Um, uh, yeah, just so many different wonderful series that have never come out. But yeah, those are definitely a few of them. That thanks for that question. That was a great question, Abbas. Sushi Sunshine, Samurai Pizza Cats. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Samurai Pizza Cats was released on Blu-ray, but not HD. I wonder. What I'd like to do is release them on Blu-ray, but in HD, maybe as good a quality as the master. You know, I would like to see the original Japanese version as well. I mean, I liked the rewrite that they did. It was funny and it was hilarious. But I wouldn't mind watching the original Samurai Pizza Cats. I don't even know what it's called in Japan, but I would not mind. I'm gonna have to look it up and track it down, see if there's a fan sub out there. Would love to see that. If it was an anime label, that is, yeah, that's true. Um, Kid Chuckle is applauding that, which rightly so. I do have the DVD box set of Kyoto Ninden Teyande. Okay, sorry, I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. I wanted to go to get Samurai Pizza Cat soon. Oh, is that what it was called? Is that what it was actually called? Uh, Kyoto Kyoto Ninden Teyande. Okay, we should exchange. Like, I would love to see that. I would. Does it have subtitles? That would be awesome. But I think they're sold out. Oh well. I think it was a limited edition release anyway. I love the original Clash of the Titans. Ah, yeah, Steve. Steve, the original Clash of the Titans was amazing. There was an homage done to it in, I believe, God of War 3. Or was it God of War 4? No, God of War 2? It was either God of War 2 or God of War 3. Perseus actually shows up in God of War 2, I think. I think it was 2. Sushi Samurai. Yep, Kamen equals mask, and yes, Kamen Rider means masked rider. That's right. Steve, Diablo 2 is an awesome game. Yes, Diablo 2 is an awesome game. Sushi Sunshine. There was a Power Ranger spinoff called Masked Rider, and it was based on Kamen Rider, Black RX, and a bit of Kamen Rider ZO. It was crap. I did hear about that. I heard about that years ago. You're talking about the North American release. Uh, there was another Americanization of Kamen Rider called Kamen Rider Dragon Knight. It wasn't by Saban. It was based on Kamen Rider Ryuki. And from what I heard, it was actually pretty good. Something to check out. Kid Chuckle, there's a DVD full series. There is a DVD full series of Japanese for Guy King. Yeah, I know. It's just more time and money. Holy crap! Don't get the movie version. Yeah, no kidding. There are some movie versions of them from Vanguard Ace and Guy King, but movies, but they've condensed. So, are you talking about the ones that were released by Shout Factory, or are you talking about an unofficial version that's out there right now? Let me know, Kid Chuckle. Jay Giraman, movie, and you watched it on the Shout Factory site, and they have the Guy King TV series. That's right. Thank you very much. Did I tell you about that, Jay, or did you figure that one out? That's the one. That one is good. Okay, cool. So we're getting some consensus here. uh, Jason, any favorite video stores? Oh man, Jay. Okay, so pardon me. Kid Chuckle and uh, Jay Gamer. You guys are probably gonna know this. Malvern Plaza. I think it's what was it again? Nielsen and Shepherd Avenue in Scarborough. There used to be a Video 99 there. All the kids from my neighborhood used to go there. That's where I first discovered He-Man videotapes. Uh, you could rent video games for a week there. It was so amazing. It was really one of the first really great places to go discover cartoons and video games and all that stuff. Believe it or not, Canadian Tire here in Canada used to rent videotapes, and that's where most of my stuff used to come from. My dad used to take me to Canadian Tire a lot, and there was this gigantic wall of videotapes up there. And yeah, we used to rent it from there. Um, the library used to actually have VHS tapes. You could actually borrow them out for a week and bring them back. So that was always a lot of fun. I used to watch a lot of Disney cartoons from there. Um, and then, of course, there was Rogers Video. Rogers Video was when they started coming up and making like all these video stores all over the place. They were huge. And then finally, on its last few years, Blockbuster Video, of course, they were just dominating, and that's where I got most of my anime from when it was finally releasing anime videotapes on Blockbuster Video. Great stuff. Kid Chuckle, I wouldn't get the other ones. You're talking about Shop Factory. Okay. Definitely check out Shop Factory. I think they still do have DVDs available. Sushi Sunshine. I'm sorry about the sniffing, guys. I'm a little bit congested. I have allergies, but please bear with me. Sushi Sunshine. Shop Factory are awesome. Unfortunately, they don't release their DVDs in the UK, but I don't mind importing. You know what? They're not bad. The dubs are pretty good, and they keep the spirit of the original anime. Not very much rewriting like Jim Terry did way back in the day. So it's a bit more authentic, actually. Japanese DVDs are usually expensive, and Shop Factory can give me a cheaper option. Yes, definitely. But if you're a collector of Japanese memorabilia, it's a really great way of doing it. I remember I imported years ago one of my Japanese friends. Okay, so there's a spoiler here too. I'm a massive fan of Bubblegum Crisis, so I'm going to be doing a huge video on Bubblegum Crisis very soon. But if you want to find out more about Bubblegum Crisis, I suggest go looking at the Happy Console Gamer. He did a huge review on Bubblegum Crisis. But my review is coming soon, so I hope you guys will enjoy that. But my Japanese friend at the time, years ago, also was able to pick up for me the Bubblegum Crisis DVD collection. And the great thing about this is it actually has they licensed the English version subtitles from Animego, and that's actually what is on the subtitle track in English on these DVDs. So for me, it was really great. I had a region-free DVD at the time, so wonderful memory from back in the day. And if anybody hasn't noticed yet, Pris is up there. And again, I'm a huge Bubblegum Crisis fan. I am massively into Bubblegum Crisis. All right, Sushi Sunshine. Although I do sometimes fancy importing Japanese DVDs for authenticity, you just can't go wrong. They have so much. They have so many extras and so many different things. Kid Chuckle. I just wish they would do Get a Robo G, but I think that it's tied up in copyright. Yeah, you're right. I've never seen Get a Robo G or even Get a Robo ever released here in North America outside of Jim Terry. It's really weird. I want to find out where Jim Terry, if you are out there and you are holding on to these rights, contact me. I want to help you produce these and do them again, because I love what you did back in the 80s. We gotta talk. Somebody get Jim on the phone. We're gonna get this done. Get a Robo Japanese import is pricey. Yes, it is. Freaking just crazy. I want one so bad, but it's too pricey. Sushi Sunshine. I'd like to watch Macross / Robotech anime sometimes. I do have a DVD of it somewhere, but I haven't gotten around to watching it yet. Happy Console Gamer talks about it a lot. So this actually, so I'm just going to give away a little bit of this. So a really big, huge Macross fan, Robotech fan, Sam actually is the one who this belongs to. He's a great collector, and I actually do an interview with him for my Robotech retrospective, which you guys are going to see. So stay tuned for that. Sushi Sunshine. Oh man, holy crap! Sorry guys, I'm trying to catch up. I'm gonna speed through a few of these soon. So, holy crap, guys! I really appreciate you guys being with me this afternoon, asking these questions. It's been a lot of fun. We should do this more sometime. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. These SD Gundams look pretty cool. Yeah, they're actually a lot of fun. There's a huge history behind them. I wanted to watch a pilot trailer from the 90s for an Americanized SD Gundam that never happened called Doozy Bots. Doozy Bots is such a history of its own, but yes, that was way back in the day. Kid Chuckle, I gotta go. We'll catch up later. All right, Coach Chuckle, thanks a lot. Really appreciate you hanging out with us. Kevin Masters, hey Kevin, good to see you, brother. What would be your number one cartoon of all time if you had to choose one? Holy crap, Kevin. That's not even fair, brother. You know what? No. I'm not going to pick one. Although I will say that some of the cartoons that are very, very close to my heart are obviously He-Man, obviously Force 5, and obviously Voltron, and obviously Thundercats. So in terms of my top 5, those are among the top 5, okay? There's just way too many for me to choose. I'm sorry. I can only give you like maybe 5, the top 5. Those are my absolute favorites. But if you're talking, but now I'm gonna say that that was in my like my elementary school years. In my preschool years, when I was just a kid like a just growing up, preschooler, whatever. Dr. Snuggles, freaking Barb Papa, the Green Forest, George of the Jungle, all these other really great cartoons, which I remember watching as a kid. Super Chicken, all these funny things. Those are really great memories. But no, I cannot choose a single cartoon as my favorite. It's impossible. Impossible. Kevin Masters, Grendizer, I like your taste. I would have to say Silverhawks and Thundercats are number one. You know what? You're on the same train as me. To be honest with you, Kevin, you're right there. But I can't choose a number one. Hi Jay, I'm from Australia. Oh, good day, mate. Kevin, thanks. Hope I didn't insult you with that. I know you guys don't have thick skins. Stayed up. It's 4 a.m. to hang out with you. I'm the guy that suggests you to do videos on Dino Riders. Kevin, thank you for staying up till 4 a.m. Thank you for supporting the channel. You are awesome. Dino Riders is coming. Trust me, it's coming. And Kevin, I've seen all your comments. I've replied to as many of them as I can. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Thank you for staying up until 4:25 a.m. in the morning to hang out with me. Thank you so much. I hope you guys are safe over there. I've heard of so many things happening to you guys, the forest fires, all that kind of stuff, the bushfires. Guys, stay safe over there, Kevin. We're all thinking about you, as well as everybody else in the world. Thank you so much for being there. Guys, we're all in this together. Stay safe, whatever you do. Steel Mix. Hi, Steel Mix. Welcome to the chat. I remember watching Transar Z on Ontario in the 80s. It came around on after He-Man. What? Get out of town. What channel? Steel Mix, tell me what channel. Okay? Because I've never seen Transar Z. All right? I've never seen it. All right? I'm from Scarborough. Tell me. Where? Was it Buffalo 29? Tell me. All right, Sushi Sunshine sounds like a cool idea. Anime theme channel, that would be great. There are a couple of streaming channels right now. Like Crunchyroll is a big one. Is Crunchyroll in the UK? I don't know if it is. Dino Riders is an awesome cartoon. Kevin Masters. The toys were even cooler. They cost a lot to buy, but totally cool. Yeah, they cost a fortune, man. Fortune. Sushi Sunshine. Speaking of Canada, I would love to visit Canada sometimes, and I would love to eat some poutine. Poutine is awesome. Poutine is great. Any Canadian who doesn't eat poutine, something's up. They're not Canadian. Fries, cheese curds, and gravy combination. Can there be anything better? I wonder why some Americans don't like it. That is like the epitome of what I would consider American food. But then anyway, it's Canadian. Kevin Masters, Grandizer, yeah, Dino Riders is easily my top 10 cartoons of all time. It only ran for one season. Wish it got longer, and and toys were great. My Grandizer's not here, but yeah, I love Grandizer. Sushi Sunshine, Minami Momochi wears a mask. Oh, there you go. We never see the real face, so she's kind of like Daft Punk. Also, she's an Anisong DJ. Wow, that's cool. Kevin Masters. Grandizer 12 to Kevin Masters. When Dino Rider first aired here in the US, the other cartoon that used to air was Robocop. It was another fun cartoon. Yeah, there's always that little debate whether violent movies should ever become kids' toys. Anyway, they always do. Sushi Sunshine, yeah. I like the Powerpuff Girls too, part of the Cartoon Network's golden age, along with the Johnny Bravo and Dexter's Laboratory. Those were three great. They were all Disney, weren't they? Am I wrong? Weren't they all Disney cartoons, or did Disney buy them? Because yeah, they were all fun. They were kind of like an Attitude Era type of situation. Kevin Masters, Grandizer, really? RoboCop was deemed too violent to air in Australia as a cartoon, so I only saw the entire series recently. Pretty good, but I like Dino Riders much more. Wow, yeah, the UK and well, a lot of the Commonwealth. We've always had problems with like violence on television. It is what it is. But like the Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. Wow, wow. Red Desert 12. Bring the cash. Donate on Patreon. Donate till it hurts. You guys are too funny and you're too good. Thank you guys for being here. You guys are awesome. DFH Studios, yes. Martin, Marmalade Boy was interesting. Was released on Blu-ray. I got it months ago. When was where? Who released it? Martin, send me a link. I did not know that. Oh my gosh. Sushi Sunrise. Speaking of which, I think it would be interesting to see Teletubbies released on Telebugs. Sorry, my bad. Telebugs released on Blu-ray too. Sorry if it seems like I'm going fast, guys. It's just I'm trying to catch up. Yeah, I would love to see it. Grandizer 12. Yes, Dino Riders was a very good idea. I think if the toy line would have been so much more better done, when the hose ended and the toys were put on clearance is when I bought them. I think you're trying to say when the show ended and the toys ended up. Man, at least you got them, because I would have killed to have even one Dino Rider. I think I had one. I think it was a Stegosaurus, right, with the cannons on the side of its belly. And I never. And you know what? I lost it years ago. Martin, check out the Discotheque check out what Discotheque has released. Okay, so Discotheque was the one who released it. Okay, I'm gonna take a look. Sushi Sunshine, you actually pronounce Kyato Ninden Teande correctly. Oh, cool. Sorry, I can. My Japanese. I have some knowledge of Japanese, not a great grasp of it, but awesome. I thought maybe I got it. I don't know. Was the basis used for Samurai Pizza Cats? Samurai Pizza Cats was actually a parody dub. Yes, I know, but it was hilarious. It was awesome. If anybody has not watched Samurai Pizza Cats, go check out some YouTube videos. They're hilarious. Featuring one of the first transgender persons on American television and cartoon. Check it out. Grandizer 12. The original Clash of the Titans has its own toy line too. I wanted the Kraken so bad back then. I know what you're talking about. The Kraken, if you look at it now, it looks terrible. Didn't it have those wire bendy arms? I'm pretty sure it did. I think I had a Chinese knockoff of it. I'm not really sure, but yes, it was amazing. Grandizer 12. Stephen Harris. I like Diablo 3 as well. Not as classic as Diablo 2, but I am looking forward to Diablo 4. I really have to start playing more Diablo. Sushi Sunshine. Kagaku Sentai Dynaman, another Sentai series, also got a parody dub along before Power Rangers existed. It was aired on Night Flight on the Night Flight block on the USA network in America. Oh, that's cool. Oh, amazing. Sorry, guys. I still have a lot of congestion allergies. Kevin Masters, have you seen Mortal Kombat Legends Scorpion's Revenge 2020 yet? If not, you need to see it. It's amazing. Is that a web series? Because I remember watching a really good web series years ago, and I think if I'm not mistaken, Jerry Ryan of Star Trek fame, she was one of the stars in it. So I'm not sure if we're talking about the same thing, but I'll check it out. Thanks, Kevin. Blue is there. Jay, talking about Simpsons, as in the department store. I bet there used to be an animatronic pizza place way before Chuck E. Cheese came to Canada called the Pizza Planet. It was criticized as a Chuck E. Cheese ripoff or knockoff. Well, that would be great because the Pizza Planet ended up being in Toy Story. um, you might be right. I think I do. I have some foggy memories of some place which is very much like Chuck E. Cheese. Yeah, maybe you're right. Blue is there. Somebody help me. I think that's very interesting. If it did exist, I might do a video on it. That's actually crazy. All right, Steven. No worries. Jay Gamerman, I have a full series of Guy King and movie DVDs. I already knew about it. Man, you guys are awesome. Blue is there. All right, I bet I'm going. All right, I bet I'm going to leave now, and I bet I'm going to upload the last Barba Papa videos, such as the clip from Barba Papa Family Reboot. See y'all. Clickety click. Barba Trick. Thanks, Blue's there. Really appreciate the support. Thanks for hanging out with us. I imagine it's very different time right now as well, where you guys are. All right, Sushi Sunshine 2000. I have a few Bubblegum Crisis DVDs and VHS tapes. Unfortunately, my VCR is dead, so I'm going to have to wait until I can buy a new one. There are tons of them out there, Sushi Sunshine. I don't know if there are any PAL ones or anything like that, but definitely there's a lot of them out there. Steven, I lost you. There you are. Steven, Bubblegum Crisis is awesome. Yes, dude. It's coming. My review is coming. Dave H Studios, you should do live videos every week. Del, I'm having a hard time catching up with all these chats. It's crazy. I think maybe we will. I don't know. Sushi Sunshine. I love the Night Saber suits. They were a feminine version of the Wind Spectre suits, which was also Tokusatsu. Yeah. You know what? I think that Kenichi Sanada, who created Bubblegum Crisis back in the day with Arcnic, I think that there's a lot of inspiration going around with different series, right? I mean, like everybody has different inspirations, but definitely, I mean, like Super Sentai and Tokusatsu, they have a huge influence on different anime, going way back, right? Mecha designers also have different takes on inspirations and stuff. The industry in Japan is really great that way. Nothing's created in a bubble. Nothing's created in a vacuum. So a lot of different creators are able to share resources and really come up with some great stuff. Kevin Masters. Jay, do you ever go to BitTorrents for rare classic anime cartoons? If so, which websites or sources do you use? Kevin, I'm going to plead the fifth on that. I'm going to plead the fifth on that one. If you want, message me on Facebook. Let's put it that way. Wink. Okay. Anyway, Sushi Sunshine. I actually watched the German dub of Wind Spectre when I was in Germany as a kid. It was the only tokusatsu of its kind that aired in German television. Oh, that's great. It's amazing that the Japanese culture and Japanese shows and things like that were able to reach other audiences. It's so great. Grinza is Cyrillic. Space Battleship Yamato, or original or remake? Okay. On that note, what's hiding back here is... this is so rough. Okay, let's see what's hiding back here. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if you can see that, Cyrillic, but that is the soul of Poponika, the space battleship Yamato. I will always have a soft spot in my heart for Yamato. I did a whole review on it. If you haven't seen it yet, please do. Um, the remake, if you're talking about you're not talking about the movie, obviously. I didn't mind. I didn't mind it. I thought it was a lot of fun. I really do appreciate that they didn't change the characters that much. Actually, they sort of still look exactly like they did back in the original series. Um, and when you really think about it, the stories are actually very, very much the same. They haven't really changed too much. So, on that sense, yeah, I didn't mind it. But I think having grown up in that era, the original Leiji Matsumoto series, which came out in 1970. Shoot, I can't remember anymore. Anyway, in the 1970s was always going to be one of the ones that are really close to my heart. That, along with Captain Harlock and all those other great shows. Jason, I wish I could eat Twinkies. What? Why not? Go eat a Twinkie. Wait, hold on, Jay. Are you in the Philippines? I can't remember anymore. Um, yeah, brother. Like, if you can eat a Twinkie, go grab one, man. Like, they came back in the States, didn't they? I don't know. Sorry, Jason. I'm not sure. I can't remember where you're from. Kevin Masters, thanks, Jay. We have lost. Thanks, Jay. We have lost many lives. Bushfires. First now CV. YouTube, bro. Yeah, you know what? We're all in this together, Kevin, and we wish you the best. Hopefully, you guys have had a rough year, and you know what? It's difficult for all of us. So hopefully, you guys especially take care, and I'm here for you. Message me. We'll chat. Anything to pick anybody's spirits up. Sushi. We do have Crunchyroll in the UK, but I haven't used it for ages. They always have those free trials. Just do it a couple of weeks and get in and get out. Kevin Masters J, do you play any video games? And if so, what platform and games are you currently playing? Is it a full lockdown in Canada? Okay, so I'm a huge retro gamer. I love retro games. If you look over here, it's hard to see, but that's my NES Mini controller. This is right here is my Super Nintendo Mini, my SNES Mini, my NES Mini. I love retro gaming. On my shelf over here, it's hard to. Those are all my Saturn. These are all my Saturn games. These are my PlayStation games. That's my Dreamcast games. You can see my my Xbox, original Xbox from back in the day. My PS3 collection is over here. Anyway, I got lots of games, but lately I haven't had a lot of time to play games. Just doing a lot of different things really. But yeah, I'm always up for something. I'm really looking forward once my brother finishes with it to play the Final Fantasy VII remake, because Final Fantasy VII is one of my all-time favorite games of all time. I really want to play it, and I really want to learn more about it. So I'm avoiding watching any spoilers or anything on YouTube. Is Canada on a full lockdown? The answer is yes. We are in a full lockdown, but it's a voluntary lockdown, so we're not. Nobody's locked in their houses, but we are encouraged to not go out except for doctor's appointments, grocery shopping, and light exercise. That's the only and if you ever go out, you have to stay 2 meters away from each other. So yeah, that's where we are. Sushi Sunshine. I used to slightly annoy. It used to slightly annoy Soy Bomb a lot about poutine. No, I used to slightly annoy Soy Bomb a lot about poutine. I talked about poutine a lot. Well, if you ever make it here, man, sorry, man. If you ever make it here, Sushi, let's go for some poutine. Hit me up. Minami Momochi mostly speaks Japanese, but she does speak English, albeit broken English. I guess it adds to her cuteness. There you go. Steven, I would like to recommend some new anime and one kung fu movie. The anime series is Violet Evergarden, and the kung fu movie is Ip Man 4. So, I think you and I talked about Violet Evergarden. It looks interesting. I've been interested in it ever since I saw the Netflix trailer. And Ip Man, I watched Ip Man 1 and 2. I did not watch Ip Man 3, and I haven't watched Ip Man 4. So definitely would like to watch those. I think Donnie Yen has the elixir of life or has made a pact with some sort of deity because the man has not aged in 20 years. He looks exactly the same as he did 20 years ago. Man, if anybody remembers, he was actually in Blade 2. Blade 2. He was in Blade 2. Steel Mix. Yes, probably a Buffalo station. It was on after school. I remember making the head out of Lego with folding wings and the control ship. That's awesome. WTV Buffalo 29. I'm pretty sure that's where it was. And damn it, I wish I knew it was on. I would have watched it. Shinobi CMX. Hi Shinobi. Late to join. Love your channel. Huge UFO Grandizer and Force 5 fan. I would love to see AMN. I would love to see an updated Grandizer or live action Grandizer show. What is with that? I think there was one Grandizer show anime a number of years ago, but it wasn't really well received. I don't think it just didn't have that flavor. And you know what? The newer reboots of all these giant robot anime, classic ones like Guy King and all these ones. I heard Guy King was okay, but it wasn't that great. But I don't know. They just don't catch that nostalgic flavor that that the original ones had. Sometimes you just don't want to change the story. Stick to the same story. Stick to exactly what you know. I did remember watching. I do remember watching Mazinger Z, and I think it was a reboot. I think it was, and I remember it being mostly lighthearted. Had a bit of ecchi in it. You know, I think we saw some ecchi in it, which is typical of Gonagai anyway. But it still didn't capture that overall flavor. So yeah, but I would love to see an updated version of Grandizer. I remember they were teasing so many different live action Grandizers for years. I would love to see a live action Grandizer done properly. All right, Sushi Sunshine. Holy crap! I really gotta get through this. Okay, Sushi Sunshine. In the UK, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was renamed Hero Turtles because of the violence of the show. Yeah, dude, that's too bad. Honestly, that really is too bad. Kevin Masters, have you seen the Big O anime? Many say the best robo anime of all time. I love Big O. Big O was so great. When I watched it when it first came out, and I remember thinking to myself, "Oh my god, this is like steampunk anime." It was so great. And his assistant, who was basically an android, beautiful anime. The design style reminded me so much of Batman the Animated Series. I thought it was Batman the Animated Series at one point. Kevin Masters, is Sentai the same as hentai? You're funny. You're funny. Sentai is live action. Sentai is the traditional live action 5 hero kung fu group. Think Jew Ranger or Power Rangers. That's what Sentai is. Hentai is something completely different, which I think you know what it is. Sushi Sunshine. No, Sentai means task. Yeah, please. Sentai means task force or squadron. However, there exists a hentai parody called Hentai Sentai Perfect Ranger. I've never watched it. Okay, Sushi. You guys are having a tangent of your own. Kevin Masters, have you seen or heard of Vitor, the Starfire champion, 1989? Of course I've heard of Vitor. I haven't watched the series, but I have heard of it. Sushi Sunshine. Yes, definitely loads of PAL ones. I have the multi-region, and sometimes I can collect Japanese VHS tapes. Yeah, it's always funny that the Japanese VHSs were in NTSC, and everybody else is PAL over in the East. Very interesting, but I think it has to do with the American connection with the bases that were there. Something to do along those lines. Maybe I should get a Laserdisc player too. Honestly, everyone should get a Laserdisc just to collect them. They're amazing collector pieces. They're gigantic. I don't know if you've ever seen them. They're huge. Watch some of my episodes. They're so great. Oh my gosh! Hey, it's the Happy Console Gamer. Johnny, how's it going? Dude, I'm so happy to hear that you're doing well. Congratulations to you and Kim. You got it. Couldn't have happened to a better couple. I'm looking forward to hearing more news about your upcoming bundle of joy. If you're still listening, because I know you might have dropped off, but Johnny, thank you for supporting the channel. It's always been great. My my Robotech episode is coming. Okay, I promise you. I promise you. I'm just. It's been so hard to get it off the ground. I have a lot of guys who have contributed. You especially. Thank you so much for your support, Johnny. You've always been a great supporter. I really appreciate it. Guys, if you don't know, Johnny Millennium, the Happy Console Gamer, please subscribe to him. He's a huge anime fan, huge retro cartoon fan. Go see his stuff. If you love video games, he's somebody you have to go watch. If you guys don't know, he's expecting. Him and his wife are expecting, so please send him some congratulations. And he just got off a bout of a bit of a swing, and great to see him up and about. Johnny, thank you so much. Really appreciate your support. I love you, man. Thank you so much. Kevin, do you agree that Defenders of the Earth in 1986 was one of the most underrated cartoons ever? Man, I'm 35, and I remember waking up early morning in the 90s to watch it. You know what? Defenders of the Earth, it was really fun. I remember. I still have. Was it Modar? I have the African American guy. I have him, and I remember his arm action. I remember that. I still have. I'm gonna find him. But anyway, I love Flash Gordon. I love Mandrake. I love the Phantom, and the three kids tie-in. It was a really fun cartoon. I really do remember it. Sushi Sunshine. Hi, Happy Console Gamer. Exactly. Johnny, you're making waves. Kevin Masters. In terms of the worst cartoon ever, Birdman, 1967, takes the cake. Do you agree? You know what? I have a really fun affinity towards a lot of the old Hanna-Barbera cartoons from back in the day. A lot of their, I'm pretty sure everybody knows by now, but they did a lot of the animation for a lot of DC cartoons like Super Friends, the League of Doom, all these other like great 80s versions of DC cartoons were done by them. Sunbow, I believe, did the Spider-Man cartoons and most of the Marvel stuff. Is it the worst? You know what? It is kind of campy, but I don't know if it's the worst. Steve, I would love to see James Cameron version of Bubblegum Crisis. Oh my god. Oh my god. Johnny, if you're still online, a James Cameron version of Bubblegum Crisis. I remember hearing rumors that there was a Japanese live-action version coming out. I wanted to see it so badly. And, it's just, oh my god. Oh, jeez, Bubblegum Crisis, man. Come on, seriously. Everyone needs to watch Bubblegum Crisis. Chris over there demands that everyone watch Bubblegum Crisis. Seriously. Johnny demands that everyone watch Bubblegum Crisis. Okay. I would love to see it, just like Battle Angel. Yes, I think that James Cameron's production and Battle Angel, everyone should watch more Battle Angel. I'm buying the DVD sets as soon as I can because I love that. I love that movie. That was an amazing movie. Sushi Sunshine. I see a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Zero Ranger picture behind it. What are you talking about? Hold on. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're talking about. Yeah, this was a gift. Sorry. There's so many people in the chat. It's hard to keep track. Okay, so Sushi Sunshine. Yeah, this was a gift from one of my friends. He said it was a limited edition or something like that. I can't remember. It's got the White Ranger and the Green Ranger. I think this is part of the Power Rangers Super Mega Force. So this is one of the collectibles, and I believe it's a key which actually dials in, but I don't have the dialer. So over here, yeah. So fun stuff. So I got that I think it was 8 years ago, something like that. It's crazy. Okay, Kevin Master. Speaking of Dino Riders, many people probably have not heard of Extreme Dinosaurs, 1997. Pretty good. Have you seen it? No, I haven't heard of it actually. Send me a link. I would love to see more about that. Stephen Harris. I love the original Space Battleship Yamato. I'm not too fond of the remake. Sorry, I don't mind it. It's not that bad. But of course, The original is very close to my heart. Kevin Masters, I bought The Fable of the Green Forest on Blu-ray, even though it didn't have English subtitles. Easily the best adventure cartoon of all time. I cried when I was younger. I loved the Fables of the Green Forest, as everybody knows. Sorry, people who watch my channel. If you haven't seen that episode, go watch it. Very emotional moments in it. Uh, Great stuff, though. You guys should go check it out if you haven't seen it yet. Jason is from Illinois. Dude, go get a Twinkie, man. Go if you go get a Twinkie, man. I'll send you a Twinkie. Kevin Masters, which retro console is your favorite? I would say SNES is hands down the best console overall for great gameplay. You know what? I do obviously having grown up with gaming. The SNES is definitely one of my top loved retro consoles of all time. Uh, but I think the Nintendo ekes it out just a bit because the NES, so many games I used to play when I was a kid. Mega Man, Ninja Gaiden, The Legend of Zelda, Mario, um, Battletoads, Double Dragon. All the favorites. Little Nemo, Rescue Rangers from Capcom. Actually, any of the Disney Capcom tie-ins. Pretty much all of those things were huge favorites of mine. So I think NES really does squeak out between the two. Although Super Nintendo really is up there for sure. Um, so no Nintendo Switch. You know what? These are questions for these are questions for Johnny. Johnny is definitely the one to talk about Nintendo Switch. He's got a huge collection. Um, I'm at that point now where I'm very selective with what I play. I think the last system I really got into was the Nintendo Wii, um, and I'm still collecting for the Wii U right now. I was able to pick up Zelda, um, not Twilight Princess, the basically the one that came out on the Switch, and I'm happy because I didn't want to have to buy a Switch in order to play that game. So Breath of the Wild. So that's where I am right now. So yeah, no Nintendo Switch. Am I married with kids? No, I don't mind you asking. No, I'm single, and uh, which I don't know if it's for obvious reasons, but no, it's by choice. I'm haven't found the right girl, if anything. Still not exactly looking either. But yeah, I mean, there's still time. Let's see. Your Canadian lockdown is similar to Australia. Toilet paper is still rare over there. Honestly, it was ridiculous for a while. Toilet paper was just stupid. I heard some crazy guy in Australia tried to return his 500 rolls the other day. Is that true? Because that would just be insane. I'm sorry. There were some people here who were going nuts and just buying up toilet paper like it was gold. It was dumb. But yeah, no, it's not rare anymore. You can just go right now. You can go back to the store and pick up some toilet paper. We're good. Big Jack Films. Hey Jack, good to see you. Thanks for joining the chat. I'm good. If anybody wants to talk about another retro channel, Jack just did a review on Legend, and he also did a review on. Help me out here, Jack. He's done a whole bunch of reviews. He's a huge King Kong fan. He did a fan film years ago. Great guy, great channel. Go check him out. Sushi Sunshine. Yes, once lockdown is gone, maybe when I have enough money, I'll love to go to Canada. And I'm a bloke, by the way, so you can call me man. Okay, I didn't know, so never know. But all right, mate. Great to hear from you. Thanks very much. And if you ever come to Canada, hit me up. We'll go for a pint. Okay? Lot of great pubs over here. Kevin Master, Ip Man 1-2 was great. Ip Man 3 is okay, and 4 is crap. Okay, looks like we're gonna have a debate here. Kevin, you and Steve can go duke it out. Sushi Sunshine. Some people have mistaken me for a girl. Maybe it's because of the use of sunshine in my username. I think it's also Sushi Sunshine. It's possible. Um, I just didn't know either which way, so I sort of tried to be neutral. I named myself after. Okay, come on. Oh man. Sorry. Here we go. I named myself after the misheard lyrics from the song 1920, 192000 by the Gorillas. There you go. Great insights, great stuff. Cyrillic, if you watch Violet Evergarden, you will need a box of Kleenex. Awesome, but a good tearjerker. You and Steve are really pushing me on that. I'm gonna have to take a look now. But if it's a tearjerker, damn, I'm not gonna lie. I cry in anime. Anime's brought me to tears more than once. Kevin Masters, Donnie Yen is 57 years old. He's like nearly double my age. Rumors suggest he's dyed his hair and uses Botox on his face. I don't know, man. I think it's literally a deal with some deity because he looks too good. Too good. It could also be the infamous Asian gene, which has been blessed. So you never know. Stephen Harris, Donnie Yen's mother, Sifu Bao, Sifu Bo Sim Mark trained my kung fu brother. Wow. Wing Chun is also a superior form of kung fu that is easy to learn and very effective. Wow, that's amazing. Oh, Steve, just a you're just a kung fu, I'm a master. Jason, I wonder, have you ever been to G Fest? G Fest. Is that a convention? Uh, it sounds familiar. Is that in Quebec? I think the answer is going to be no. I've never been to G Fest. Please let me know more about that, Jay. Kevin Master, second thought. My best anime of all time would have to be the 1980s Astro Boy series. I'm obsessed with Astro Boy, and I have over 500 Astro figures. Jesus. Well, Kevin, I think you got me beat. I love Astro Boy, but I definitely don't have that many action figures, that's for sure. Crazy. Stephen Harris, I love Big O. An anime version of Batman is just awesome. Exactly. I love Big O. Kevin Masters, Sentai, I never knew that. Steve Venom. Jay, I'm from Scarborough too. After Force 5, I love Battle of the Planets. Yes, watch my Battle of the Planets episode, you might get a trip. Scarborough forever, Steve. Alright, Sushi Sunshine. Quite a lot of tokusatsu shows aired in France before Power Rangers was brought over there. It's a shame we didn't get any toku at the time. Maybe they were too violent for us. It's just one of those things. Depending on who buys the episodes and airs them, it can change a lot. But France has never shied away from violence, so interesting. Kevin, my cousin is married to a lovely Filipino lady. She cooks heaps of food. Do you speak any Tagalog? Yes, Kevin, I do. um, yeah, so you're married to a Filipino lady. Well, congratulations. You can guarantee that you'll always have lots of great, tasty food to come home to. Consider yourself a lucky man, Kevin. You can tell her salamat for me. There, that's you probably heard of that. Salamat. Sushi Sunshine. I would love to have watched Choju Sentai Live Man as a 5-year-old when watching Timmy Malat on Wakaday. So the last sentence didn't make much sense to me. But yes, I would have loved to see more Sentai as well, for sure. What is Timmy Mallet Wakaday? I'm sorry, I don't know what that is. Kevin Masters. Congratulations, happy console gamer. Love your videos, good sensible humor, and great content. Johnny, you're famous. Steve Harris, I think his name was Lothar from Defenders of the Earth. Yes, Lothar. That's the one. Exactly. The strong man of the group. Excellent. Shinobi CMX. Jay, your collection is awesome. I also have a lot of the Solo Chokugin in my collection. I'm hoping that one day Bandai makes a larger scale Daiku Maryu with a King to scale. Funny thing about Daiku Maryu, that review is coming soon. So, and if you have it, you already know. But yes, the I consider it almost a chibi, giant robot chibi. was not what I was expecting. I got to tell you. Cyrillic, Steve Harris, you are correct, sir. Kevin Masters, if you want to see a kick-arse martial arts movie, go see Raid Redemption 2011, The Rage 2 2014, and The Night Cometh for Us in 2018. over-the-top violent Indonesian martial arts series. There are a lot of great martial arts and really a lot of great film series that are coming out of Asia these days. It's really an amazing time for us to be able to watch different movies and medium from different parts of the world. I consider myself blessed that we live in this time. It's really great. Sushi Sunshine. Oh, cool! It's a Ranger key. Yeah, sorry, the one I just heard. Sushi Sunshine. As seen in Gokaiga, Super Mega Force. Yes, I believe you're right. Kevin Masters, is that a Mega Man head behind you? Who do you think would be to win a fight between Mega Man and Astro Boy? All right, so that's my Rush helmet that I bought in San Diego Comic Con about 2 years ago, and basically I've been trying to collect them all. It's hard because they're no longer in stock. So I've managed to get two so far. I wanted to get the green one, but it eluded me, and I wanted the gray one as well because Bubble Man has always been one of my favorite characters ever since I played Mega Man 2. What else we got here? Nostalgic for the 70s. Hey, Mega J, sorry to be so late. Hey, nostalgia. Don't worry about it, man. I love your channel. Thanks for being here. Big Jack Films. Been doing stop motion with some Dino Rider toys. Have you ever watched Ronin Warriors? I love Ronin Warriors. Ronin Warriors was a great show. I'm going to do a review on that soon. We were just talking about Dino Riders for the longest time. So, love Dino Riders. I wish they weren't nearly as expensive. How many do you have, Jack? Nostalgic for the 70s. Where are you? One day, when this pandemic's over, we need to bring my Yamato Vanguard Ace and CM Corp Rendizer for a review. Let's do it, Nostalgia. You and I, we're gonna make it. We're gonna do it. Big Jack Films. Flash Gordon. I'm sorry, it was Flash Gordon. I got that mixed up with your older Legend review from a few weeks ago or something. Yeah. Go watch Big Jack Films. Awesome channel. Legend is coming soon. That's why I was confusing the two of them. I'm sorry, Jack. Kevin Masters, who's your favorite TMNT? Mine is Donatello. Mine is pretty stereotypical, I think. I was always partial to Michelangelo. I loved his attitude. I thought that the nunchaku at the time was one of the most incredible weapons. So, yeah, Michelangelo was always my favorite. I feel sorry for you guys in the UK who were not able to see the Ninja Turtle version with the nunchakus, because I think from what I understand, they reanimated them to become this grappling hook or something like that. It's just such a shame. Such a shame. Big Jack Films. I'm also doing a review of Aladdin on SNES, aka the best game ever. That's debatable. I think people have always been debating whether or not Aladdin is the better one, or if the Genesis version by Virgin was the better one. Johnny, if you're still there, why don't you give us an opinion? Sushi Sunshine. Unfortunately, I never drank alcohol. I only drink cola, especially Pepsi Max. So maybe a pint of Pepsi Max would be great. Well, mate, anything you'd like to drink, I'm always up for it. And just between the two of us, I don't drink much either. I'm a Coke guy myself, though. But I'll raise a glass anytime. Kevin Masters. Sushi Sunshine. It's like me calling myself Twilight Princess. Would you think I'm a girl? Yeah, your nickname is girly. But it's cool though. Yeah, it is cool. I don't mind it. Definitely a great nickname. Sushi Sunshine. Kevin Masters, Grave of the Fireflies is the biggest tearjerker. Oh no, don't do it. Don't do it. It's hard for me to watch that film. It is so hard. And I'm not going to spoil it. Stephen Harris. Yep, Bad Forward looked like the latest of the series, but it's on Netflix this next week, and people need new entertainment during the lockdown. Well, you know what? There's nothing wrong with watching it. I mean, it's everyone else's opinion. Let's not judge anything. If you don't like it, you don't like it. If you love it, you love it. Nostalgic for the 70s. You need to do a review of my newly acquired Evolution Toys Phoenix from Gatchaman. Oh, wow. You have a Phoenix? Dude. Does it come with any of the other little robots? Like, does it come with does it come with a plane, or with the tank, or with Jason's race car? Does it come with any of those? That would be awesome. Sorry, it was Ken, wasn't it? No, it was Jason. It was one of those guys. Anyway, Jason, Godzilla conversion at Rosemont. Godzilla convention in Rosemont, Illinois. Is that? I think that's the one you go to, isn't it, Jack? Oh, there it is. Yeah, G Fest is Godzilla Con in Chicago. I went in 2018. It was phenomenal. Met over 50 fans. Yeah, Jack's a big Godzilla and King Kong fan, and yeah, he's actually got. Didn't you do a panel there, Jack? I thought that's one of the reasons why you went down there, right? Steve, Violet from Violet Evergarden reminds me a lot of Claire from Claymore and Cameron from Terminator: the Sarah Connor Chronicles. Wow, you guys are really pushing me to watch that show, so I might have to take you guys up on that. All right, Sushi Sunshine. When I first watched a short clip of Jew Ranger on the internet, I had a bit of a Mr. Sparkle effect. It was very exciting at the time, and thus was during the late 90s when Real Player was popular. Absolutely. Yeah, everyone was sharing clips back then. It was it was very different. The YouTube wasn't nearly as big. I don't even think YouTube was around much. Kevin Masters, my cousin is married to a Filipino lady, not me. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. All right. Well, you know what? You can always go over there and get some really good Filipino food. Kevin Masters. Chloe Trang, who played Trini in the original Power Rangers, was actually my uncle's friend. Oh. She died tragically in a car crash on the way home from a birthday party. Yeah, that was pretty tragic. I'm sorry to hear that, Kevin. Oh, man, that's rough. Big Jack Films. I would love to see Tycho bring back Dino Riders. I think everyone would love to see Dino Riders back. I think that's definitely a rebootable property right there. Isn't Tycho owned by Mattel or somebody? I think they were bought out, weren't they? Or are they still around? Crazy. Sushi Sanya, you're probably unfamiliar with Wakaday, so it's a kids' variety show from the mornings in the 1980s, presented by Timmy Mallet. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Kind of like, it would have been like, what's it called? A whole bunch of those splat films, splat cartoons, and uh, different variety shows for kids back in the day. Um, you can't do that on television. I think that was a really good one here in Nickelodeon. That was another one. Um, okay. Holy crap! I thought I was catching up, but I'm not apparently. Okay, here we are. Okay, who wears very wacky glasses? He also has a sponge mallet, which he uses to bash children on the head with. That's not very nice. When they get a question wrong in an associated game, it was bonkers, and I loved it. Sounds like a great show. Kevin Masters, do you like Fist and North Star series? I didn't like it, but still very popular. I did a video on uh, the Fist and North Star movie, which was released by Streamline Pictures. Please check it out. I think it was much more condensed, but kind of had a much better feeling in terms of like the overall story. Um, Hokuto no Ken has always been a fascination for me, so I do like it a lot, but I wouldn't consider it a fascination of mine entirely. Big Jack Films. There was a friend of mine at Anime North who cosplayed an amazing Mega Man. He's also cosplayed Krillin. Oh, that's awesome. Post some pictures, Jack. I'd love to see them. Nostalgia for the 70s. I also need to bring over Medicom Mark and Jason Battle of the Planets 12-inch figures for my Takara June 12th figures and my Takara Jun 12-inch figure. Wow, that's great. You have all those figures? Dude, that's amazing. We're definitely going to have to get together. Sushi Sunshine. It was a shame that Tai Trang died. Yes, it was. Really too bad. Kevin Masters. I like the other two Dino Riders. Cost hundreds in the 90s. I got it one per year. They got to bring it back. It was a great toy line. Big Jack Films. I have two pterodons. Quetzalcoatl. I can't. Dude, those are really. I'm not going to be able to pronounce any of those dinosaurs. Stegosaurus, Triceratops, Dimetrodon, and the T-Rex. They have no accessories or battery lids, but they're amazing and still work. Dude, you have some great toys. Sushi Sunshine. I think now in the UK, the Ninja Turtles, or its original DVD attitude, have changed over the years. Thankfully. Collectors want the original stuff, man. Big Jack Films. I picked them up at local thrift shops. Awesome. I, I wish I had. I wish I was that diligent. Kevin Masters, sushi. What are you doing? What are you doing up at 5:30 in the morning? It's 8:23 p.m. Kevin. Well, in the UK it is at least. Uh, yeah, that was another Kevin. I think you were talking about another one of our my viewers. He's from Australia. Big Jack Films. Only two times I cried at the anime was final act of the Inuyasha and Barefoot Jet. Yep, tearjerkers, man. Another cool retro cartoon is Mask. Oh yes, Mask is an awesome. That's coming too. My review of Mask is coming. Sushi Sunshine. I don't think I remember crying on any movie or TV show at all. Well, eventually one day, you might something might well up inside of you, and you might one day feel it. Kevin Masters. Oh sushi. I thought you were an Aussie too. I'm falling asleep. Go to work soon as I might as well stay up. Kevin, you are amazing, and so you too, sushi. You guys are great. You guys are great. Big Jack Films. Yeah, they screened my movie twice and did a panel on the screenings at G Fest. I'm supposed to go this year, but it might be canned. Yeah, I know. San Diego Comic Con was canceled as well. It's getting pretty rough out there. Nostalgia for the 70s. There's a remake of the Unified Phoenix, and yes, it comes with all vehicles, scaled to G5 to G1, G4. Pop-out missiles on the top and bottom. Wow, that's amazing. We really got to take a look at that. That'll be awesome. Sushi Sunshine 2000. Ah, you're Australian. Yeah, time difference between Australia and Britain is topsy-turvy. Steve, I think I'm going to call it a day, my friend. Great hanging with you, and keep in touch. Best regards. Yeah, guys, I think we're going to wrap it up pretty soon. I'm just going to read off these final comments. I want to thank everybody for joining me today. This has been amazing. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for the support over the years. Please keep liking and sharing. If you guys could share my videos, that would help me out a lot. I think a lot of people, we really need to touch other people and really need to reach other people and keep them entertained in this very difficult time that we're going through. And I think that everyone, if we start reaching and sharing what we're doing and connecting to these live streams, I think all of us are going to get closer by being far apart. So it'll be great. Okay, I'm just going to read these last few bits and then we're probably going to end it for today. Off the top of my head, I have a favorite Australian comedy show that was Fast Forward, which is a series of parodies and various shows aired in Australia. I really would like to see some of these. They sound so interesting. Before watching your channel, I felt a little weird because watching cartoons being 35, I felt old, but now I'm feeling liberated. Kevin, we're all here. You're not alone. Don't worry about it. Big Jack Film. I actually spent $300 buying the re-release set of the 1999 Logo Pirates Black Seas Barracuda. Holy crap, dude. That is really awesome. Did you open it? Fast Forward did actually air in Germany in English with German subtitles. I love the show. It was bonkers. I can remember a Ronald McDonald parody from that show where Ronald would come out someone's stomach and go absolutely mad. I can't remember completely what happened, but it was really funny. That sounds pretty hilarious. Kind of sadistic too, Sushi. I even laughed when he yelled, "Chocolate at McDonald's!" Oh man, that's funny. Send me a link. I would love to see that video. Big Jack Films. Taiko was bought out by Mattel in 1997. They're currently producing Jurassic Park World toys, which are quite amazing, so I don't know if they will produce Dino Riders anytime soon. You know what? Mattel's doing crowdfunding right now. Maybe we should all petition Mattel to re-release Dino Riders. I think it would be a great property. I don't think they'd say no to money. Not anytime soon, anyway. Nostalgia for the 70s. I'm born in '68, so I think you are younger than me. But what got me connected to your channel was your videos on great '70s cartoons like Force 5 and Battle of the Planets. I'm definitely younger than you, nostalgic, but not by, well, I'd say about 10 years, probably. But you know what? There were so many cartoons in the 70s and 80s, which I still love. Like, Speed Racer, what's it called? Prince Planet, Marine Boy, Astro Boy, obviously, Force 5, Star Avengers. All these really great cartoons from way back then. So yeah, would love to connect with you, man. Like, and do a video with you. That would be great. Big Jack Films. Unless they combine it with Jurassic, They won't do it. Oh, well, that's interesting. But you know what? We can petition them. Kevin Masters, what do you do for a what do you do for full time work, Jay? I'm a jack of all trades, but generally speaking, I'm a graphic designer, web designer, and video. I do videos as well. I edit videos, mostly corporate videos. So if anybody's interested, hit me up. I can help you out. Um, Sushi Sunshine, great stream, Jay. Thanks, I appreciate it. I didn't know how well this was going to go. Honestly, I thought nobody was going to show up. Big Jack Films. You should check out my review of Power Rangers 2017. Features stop motion Zords, and I definitely will check that out again, Jack. Guys, everyone should check out Jack's Big Jack Film channel. Um, Sushi Sunshine, do you have a Discord server, Jay? I've heard of Discord. No, I don't. Please send me a link. I'd love to see. I'd love to see what that is exactly. I've heard about it. A lot of people have been talking about Discord. Do you know anyone that has been affected with COVID-19? Thankfully, no. I've heard of some people like a friend of a friend kind of situation, but sorry about that. I just needed to clear the screen. I have heard of some friends who have friends of friends who have contracted the disease, but I haven't actually come in contact with or know of anybody who has any issues with COVID-19. It's under back orders. Okay, that's too bad. One last question: if you were to recommend one animated series to watch, what would it be? Um, Anime or animated series? You know what? For me, Avatar: The Last Airbender was just amazing. If you haven't seen it yet, Kevin, I suggest you do. That is an incredible series. It's part anime, but mostly North American with Chinese martial arts sensibilities. Incredible series, incredible. Definitely give it a watch if you haven't seen it yet. Do you want demented Ronald McDonald? Watch Raka Raka. Yeah, I've seen Raka Raka. That was ridiculous, especially when we went to the gym. Like, man, psycho. Um, Cyrillic, Jay, watch Violet Evergarden before the movie comes out. Okay, both of you guys have been Cyrillic. You guys have been pushing me on that. I'm gonna watch one episode. If it brings me to tears, I'm blaming both of you. All right, Sushi Sunshine, especially the 1950s. Let's do something, man. Let's just show send me some stuff, right? Let's watch it. Let's go through some stuff. I would love to go down that road. Um, Kevin Masters, series please. Yeah. Avatar: The Last Airbender. You know what? If you're interested, watch Boku no Hero Academia. My Hero Academia, great stuff. Like really great anime. Um, if you ever heard of Cyber Six, that was a really fun cartoon. Um, but yeah, man, anything. You know what? Follow me on Facebook or check my website out. It's very out of date, but you can always email me there, and I'll send you a list. I have a lot. Off the top of my head, it's hard to remember. All right, I tried to send you a link in the chat, but it wouldn't let me. So best thing I can say is search for Discord app. Yeah, Sushi. If you're not following me on Facebook, please do. Just look for Mega J Retro. The actual name of the page is JBan. But yeah, we can chat on there too if you like. You can also check my website out, geek-proud.com. Geek-proud.com. I always reply to emails that are sent to me there. All right. Kevin Masters, I have it. I just haven't watched it, so I'll give it a watch. Dude, watch Avatar: The Last Airbender series. You will not be disappointed. You will literally become a child again. It is amazing. The follow-up series called Korra, The Legend of Korra, it's okay, but it's a little bit more grown up. So I would start with Avatar: The Last Airbender. You will love it. You will absolutely love it. Kevin Masters, have you seen the new Thundercats remake 2020? The silly remake. Kevin, we we went over that. I really don't want to talk about it yet. We will talk about it, but first I want to get through the original review of Thundercats and have a really great review on that, and then we're going to talk about the 2020 version. We're even going to talk about the 2011 version. Martin, new episodes air on Sundays on Teletoon. Is it being aired now? Is the Thundercats Roar finally being aired? Dear God. All right, I don't want to talk about it. Kevin, I followed you on Twitter, but you never reply. Oh shit! Really? I'm sorry, Kevin. It's not that I don't mean not to, but it's just I have so many things. I apologize, Kevin. I try to get back to on any places I can. Okay, guys, you know what? I'm caught up, and I want to thank each and every one of you for joining the chat today. You guys have been amazing. I'm so humbled at so many people who showed up today, and I'm sorry if I didn't get to all your questions, but thank you again for chiming in. It's been a rough month, and oh gosh, it's been rough for everybody, I think. But I think that doing these live streams has been fun. I certainly had a lot of fun. I hope you guys had some fun, and I hope that you guys are doing well in this difficult climate. I hope that you guys stay safe, stay connected, some way to your loved ones somehow, whether it's live stream, whether it's live chat, whether it's by phone, whether it's by email. Stay in touch with each other, keep each other safe. Guys, thank you so very much for being here today. It really means the world to me that you guys continue to follow, to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. You guys are the world to me. It really means a lot, hanging out with you guys. Maybe we'll make this a weekly thing if this situation keeps going. I would love to keep going and share more with you guys and really have some great memories. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. I'm just gonna read these last few comments and then we're gonna call it a day. All right. Big Jack Films. I'm gonna try doing some side reviews for big productions. Thinking of the '66 Batman movie. That was fun. Adam West, right? Sailor Moon, and maybe a retrospective on Universal Florida's 30th anniversary. Those sound like great reviews, Jack. Looking forward to it. DFH Studios, great show. Thanks, Del. I appreciate it. It was mostly me just reading comments. I don't know if it was a great show or not. It was just me reading a whole bunch of great people and a great nostalgia from everybody here. So everybody here, you guys have made this a great stream. Thank you guys for making this so amazing. Big Jeff Films. Later we can chat on Facebook. Looking forward to future streams. Thanks, Jack. Appreciate it. We'll talk soon. JBan. JBan is your Twitter, right? No. JBan is not my Twitter. That's probably where you're having a problem. Hold on. My Twitter. My Twitter is... Oh, actually, I think you're right. It's JB Retros. So that's my Twitter. If anybody wants to follow me there. Yes, JB Retros, exactly. That's right. Sushi Sunshine, great stream. See you in the future. Take care. Kevin, I'll try to reply to your messages. I'm sorry. It's Twitter. I'm not a Twitter guy. I'm just not. I reply a lot on Facebook. I reply a lot on YouTube here. I reply to a lot of people here. I reply to my email as well. So if you want to check those places out, please do. Okay, so guys, once again, thank you so much for being here today, for hanging out with me. Everybody stay safe. Really, really means the world to me that you guys were here hanging out. For everybody who's been up since 8 a.m. in the morning, Kevin, Sushi, all you guys, you're crazy, and I love it. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Please keep liking, keep subscribing, keep sharing my videos. Let's keep in touch, and I want everybody to be safe out there in this very, very difficult time. Guys, it means the world to me that you guys are here. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, Geek Proud.